Okay, cool. All right, cool. Sorry, guys. You still figuring this out, obviously. But yeah, so here, welcome everyone. I'll start my introduction again. Sir Heroscape here, coming at you with the review, or not the review, the live stream of RenegadeCon. We're going to be covering all the GI Joe stuff, as well as all the. Oh, they just started. Well, let's get right in. Here we go.
Event of October RenegadeCon, our Heroscape reveal stream. My name's Anais, I'm the community coordinator here at Renegade, and today I'm joined by the lovely
Also, let me know how the audio is. I'm trying a new audio thing.
Hey everyone, super happy to be back. Also, it's nuts that it's like already October. Well, we've got a ton of stuff to reveal today. It is seriously, like, I'm pretty sure it's the most Heroscape we've ever released in one stream. I'm beyond stoked. Like, it's nuts.
Yep. Yeah, we're announcing titles that are releasing between the months of February and May. So this includes 2 story arcs. The first story arc for G.I. Joe Heroscape, terrain, and accessories. So let's dive right in, starting with a terrain expansion.
Let's go.
Introducing the Caverns of Valhalla.
Yeah.
This terrain set includes shadowy dungeon corridors, treacherous rock outcrops, and light blocking shadow terrain. Let's check out a full breakdown of everything in here.
Well, I'm really excited about the shadows. So this, and if for those of you familiar with previous releases, this pack marks the return of dungeon and shadow tiles to the game. So dungeon tiles add a neat subterranean aesthetic to the game, and shadow tiles provide pools of cover, granting an extra defense die to all small, medium, and large figures that occupy them. And of course, there's rock outcrops. They're great for blocking line of sight, and
this is big.
Really totally just like tie the whole scene together.
Yeah, and you can pre-order this now using the link in the chat below. This expansion is going to be $60 and is also set to release in February of 2026.
Hey Anais, do you ever get tired of giving your Frostclaw Paladins those teeny tiny wound marker hats when they've got some wounds?
Yeah, sorry guys,
well,
not sure what the lag's all about.
I do love a little hat on my guys, but it does make them kind of hard to move around. You wouldn't happen to have something to reveal that would help that, would you?
Well, it just so happens I do. So in February, you can pick up some premium wound markers. These are premium markers that sit under a figure and represent 1 or 2 wounds. They're perfect for common figures and squads with multiple life points.
Interesting.
This pack of 12 oversized wound markers will be available in February for just $15. You can pre-order them now with the link in our chat. And okay, so Anais, I know you're super excited for this next reveal, so I think you should do the honors.
I would love to, thanks. So you might have heard that I love painting minis, so I'm really excited to announce the Heroscape Army Painter Starter Set. This is an all-in-one kit that gives you everything you need to start painting your Heroscape minis. If you're a new painter or someone who has maybe a little bit more experience, the set is a great fit for you. It includes 10 Warpaint Fanatic paints, a paintbrush, and an included mini, so you can get started right away.
Yep, and the included figure in this set is the former Organized Play figure.
I guess they're going to do Army.
He's a great figure to start.
They're probably going to do Army painters for each
Army card is also
set
included.
of new figures.
If you want to pre-order this paint set for yourself, it's available for pre-order using the link in the chat for $45. This is also set to release in February. And that's going to do it for our February releases. Remember when pre-ordering on our web store that items don't ship until all items are in stock and ready to go. So we recommend ordering items released in the same month together to avoid any major delays. We'll share a full shipping guide at the end of the stream that will help you figure out what's safe to order together. So stay tuned for that. All right, it's time to move on. March releases. Lee, you want to kick things off for us?
I mean, I might as well. So, this is the G.I. Joe Rumble at the Rift Battle Box.
Wow.
This will be the second ever battle box for
freaking
Heroscape.
Sweet.
And battle boxes are excellent jumping in points to the game, complete with everything you need to play. And this set stars some some of the most iconic G.I. Joe characters.
Yeah, on screen now is the full list of the box's contents. There are highly detailed miniatures, glyphs, dice, wound markers, and, of course, a bunch of terrain.
Yep, so the 8 figures.
Okay, so I need to take a beat, and
Asphalt,
I want to talk
concrete.
terrain real quick before the minis, because...
Glow in the dark.
I mean, I have to. I'm too excited.
Toxic tiles.
So, as you will see, this set has some of the shadow tiles we spoke about in Caverns of Valhalla expansion, but we're also bringing back asphalt and concrete.
Okay.
And this is what I'm most excited about. We have some brand new terrain types, toxic land and toxic water.
Toxic land.
When a figure is on toxic land, its defense value is reduced by 1. And while you don't have to stop moving on toxic water, if you stay there, your defense value is going to be reduced by 2. Oh, and it glows in the dark.
Okay.
So, yep, you heard that right. Like, this was so much fun to create.
Oh, it actually glows in the dark.
I'm excited for y'all to, like, play with this new terrain and tinker with it. It's going to be awesome.
It actually glows in the dark.
This set is already so cool, and we haven't even gotten to the figures. So
that's pretty dope, not going to lie.
Now,
and I like that terrain effect. That's cool.
You might want to be slightly more careful with him on the game field, as he's the cornerstone of any soldier-based army. Yo-Jo lets him order a decisive push once per round, letting 2 Joes or soldiers off of his first order marker. Lead by example boosts the attack of his compatriots and his inspiring presence,
the G.I. Joe heroes that we know of are pretty good. They're super solid.
Sergeant Drake can join the team.
Heck yeah!
And then there's Snake Eyes. Everybody loves Snake Eyes. The ninja class is an old one in Heroscape history, and Snake Eyes wears it super well. He has the usual phantom walk ability all ninja have, as well as the swift movement speed of 6 to make it count.
Yeah,
he stands out in a battle box full of ranged weaponry as a decisive counter to aggressive ranged plays. Evasive 2 makes him hard to hit at a distance, while Assassinate 2 gives him the edge in close quarters combat against any foe foolish enough to wander away from the group. Lee, can you tell us about a few more of the figures?
For sure. So let's talk about my girl, Scarlet, next. As a player, you want to be pretty clever to get the mouse out of this character. Now opens each round with some free information. As Scarlet reveals one of your opponent's order markers to you. It also lets you swap one of your own markers in response. Scarlet's targets reduce their defense value for each revealed order marker they have, making her extremely lethal later in the round against armies that like to put their eggs in one basket. And speaking of lethality, Scarlet's is to the bone. Her final power gives her a bonus movement and melee attack should her opponent be foolish enough to clump up their figures.
Yeah,
And you should take a look at Roblox.
She's good.
He's got one special power, but boy howdy, he makes it count. The machine gun special attack lets him hit up to 3 different targets in a single burst.
He's basically
and honestly, like, carrying around that big gun does make him a bit slow, but he's sturdy.
He's good.
Making him a great complement for his 3 companions in the battle box.
Yeah, he's a strong tank,
Now that we've got the good guys out of the way, let's talk about some of the baddies, starting with Cobra Commander.
Yeah.
Cobra Commander enjoys getting his hands dirty, or specifically his cutlass, lots of S's, of Cobra. A power that grants him automatic skulls when attacking adjacent figures. But if that doesn't finish the job, he also uses his helpful cowardice to flee the scene and try again later. After taking wounds from a normal attack, he can use "I'll get you next time" to move up to 2 spaces away from the action. With a life value of 6, catching him long enough to put him down for good can be difficult, quite fitting for a slippery snake commander. Now, let's talk about Storm Shadow. Like Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow has Phantom Walk, Swift, only 4. But he has Smoke Bombs. These nanite grenades were developed by Cobra and allow him to deploy shadow tiles to the battlefield, supporting both himself and his army with boosted defense when placed strategically. This ninja is also
Sour Cream, Scarlet. We're gonna talk about her after. I'm gonna cover each unit like I normally do.
Against all adjacent foes.
She will be drafted
as there are
a lot,
adjacent to him.
and I'll cover
more
my
goodness.
specifics.
Speaking of bad guys, I have to talk about the next one, Dr. Mindbender. Cool. So, as his name implies, Dr. Mindbender spends a lot of his time messing with people's heads, Like, not even his allies are spared from a little tinkering here and there. With a little suggestion, he can play some support, boosting his teammates into more strategic positions with a casual wave of his completely, like, totally bizarre contraption. But he can also focus his meddling on a specific target, bringing a new form of mind control to the battlefield. However, his control is only temporary only with a revealed X order marker. In exchange, he gets a much lower trigger number than figures that could permanently flip control of the past. And he only needs a 13 to succeed. But this bad doctor is also relatively durable with 5 life and 4 defense. So simply removing him from the equation might be easier said than done. And the final figure in this battle box is Destro. Destro brings a unique gameplay mechanic to the table in the form of his tech glyphs. Each glyph offers the holder a unique ability, and Destro may bequeath these to his teammates. And he probably keeps the best good toy for himself. He so commonly keeps some of his own supply, in fact, that he earns a personal arsenal special power. This lets him attack twice each turn with the second shot at a reduced attack value while he swaps guns.
I don't think we knew about this guy.
If anyone tries to return fire, his Beryllian Steel Mask has a good chance at deflecting
I don't think we saw his card.
With an automatic shield added to any range attacks against him.
And those are all the
I don't remember seeing this card. I don't think this one was real.
Battle box to our Heroscape collection.
That one's sweet.
Like usual, there will be both painted and unpainted options for this set.
85.
So you can jump right into the action
seems
with a
pretty.
painted set or customize
That actually is really reasonable.
The unpainted version.
Actually, that's considering the other price points.
$65 and the painted is $85. And you
for
can that now.
8 pre-painted minis and a bunch of terrain.
The battle box
that's pretty
has
solid.
Some big names, but we aren't done with G.I. Joe yet.
Yeah, there's still a lot of G.I. Joe left.
Forces Army expansion brings 2 new unique heroes and 2 new unique squads for Heroscape. Lee, what can you tell us?
Let's go.
Alright, well, inside this set is Joe's covert ops specialist, Lady J. The Master of Disguise ability from Fia Bonnie returns with Lady J able to make herself untargetable to squad figures by rolling a 14 or higher on a 20-sided die.
That's actually a really good ability.
Lady J's biggest impact on the battle is sure to be like her ability to deploy zip lines. Before and after she moves, J can place a zip line glyph next to her. And actually, let's take a closer look at this permanent new glyph.
Oh, it's a permanent glyph.
When any small or medium figure ends its movement on a zipline glyph, it can move to any other zipline glyph within 6 spaces.
Wow.
Or any empty, same level space next to that glyph.
That's like teleportation. That's crazy.
And rounding out the G.I. Joe's unique forces are the duo of Jinx and Kamakura.
Wow.
These 2 apprentices of Snake Eyes are respected ninjas in their own right, so of course they have 6
unique
move
squad.
and Phantom Walk.
Okay.
The rest of their abilities tie Heroscape's ninjas together in a
unique
tricky,
squad with
unified
3 life.
Force. With Learn from the Master,
Okay.
Jinx and Kamakura can bond with any ninja hero you control. So that could be Snake Eyes,
Let's go.
Storm Shadow,
Any
or
of the classic,
even Shiori.
and the classic
On
Heroscape.
top of that, their
Let's
coordinated takedown ability gives them extra attack against figures that are adjacent to other friendly ninjas.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now, let's move on
That's
to the
awesome.
Cobra figures in this expansion.
Let's go. That's going to be a
starting
sweet. That's
Baroness.
really cool. I
Cool
like
and
that.
efficient. Baroness is Cobra's right hand. With a range of 7.
7
and
range
an
attack,
of
4?
She is a formidable sniper. As Cobra's intelligence
That's
chief,
strong.
she can issue orders for 2 Cobra or agents, heroes, to take a turn from her first order marker in a round. Finally, at the end of her turn, she can choose a figure within 6 clear sight spaces and roll the 20-sided die. If she rolls a 16 or higher, she can move, look at one of the figure's order markers, and move it to the army card of a different figure within 6 spaces.
My gosh.
It's pretty tricky.
Order marker
Very
manipulation's crazy.
But last up is the source of much of Cobra's funding, the Crimson Twins. Unlike most squads, they have this feature called one twin feels what the other twin feels, which means the pair shares a life pool of 6. When one takes a wound, it goes to their army card, and once they take 6 wounds total, they are both destroyed. Their bankroll special power lets them pay off any unique hero to join the Cobra organization.
Dang.
That can be useful for letting them activate with Baroness or to combo with the Cobra Troopers, who we will get to in a bit. Finally, their business operations special power lets them reposition Cobra figures after they attack.
And that's everything in this army expansion. You can see a full breakdown on the screen now. The unpainted set is $50 and painted is $70.
So it's a combined health pool on a unique squad of 6?
Wow. A March release.
That's wild.
And let's move on to our next army expansion, the Heroscape G.I. Joe Green Shirts and Battlecopter Common Army expansion. Anais, can you tell us a little bit about this?
I sure can. So the characters we've seen so far are some of the most popular heroes of the franchise. The big names that everyone knows. But behind each famous hero is a squad of talented soldiers backing them up when they need it. Those troops, common in gameplay terms but uncommon in their bravery, are the Green Shirts and Battlecopters. Let's first have a look at the Green Shirts. Valiant and dependable, the squad can lay down a respectable 4 attacks at 2 at a turn. Those attacks get more potent if they are inspired by Dukes leading by example. Their special power, wherever there's trouble, keeps their heroes always in the fight, moving 2 unengaged G.I. Joe or soldier heroes up to 2 spaces.
Okay.
Next up is the Battlecopter.
So it helps you move your heroes. 85 points?
Sure. So we know no G.I. Joe team would be complete without vehicles. The Battlecopter is a single-seat scout craft that gives a perfect advantage over a battlefield. Battlecopters are common heroes, so you can bring more than one of them into a battle, and at 35 points each, you could probably squeeze in a few.
Yeah, okay.
Since it is a helicopter, it obviously has flying, but it also has an ability called Battle Ready that lets it take a turn instead of another card. So before revealing a numbered order marker on another card, you can reveal the X on the Battlecopter and reveal that order marker on the Battlecopter instead. This lets you wait to take a turn with the copter until the most opportune moment.
Yeah.
Or even still take a turn if the figure with your order marker was destroyed. Finally, we have a strafe special attack that lets them attack all figures in a straight line. Of course, since they're good guys, they don't hit friendly figures the most line attacks would.
Strafe special attack.
I'm really
line
excited to see more
5,
comments from the
attack
game.
3.
I'm sure everybody else is too. So if you want to order a set or 2 of these, the unpainted version is $50 and the painted version is $70.
Interesting. It's kind of like Mimring's Fireline. Okay.
By our lovely mods.
And don't think we forgot about those building Cobra armies. The last army expansion revealed from March is the Cobra Troopers and the Cobra Flight Pod Common Army expansion. Cobra wouldn't be Cobra without dozens of nameless minions for the Joes to mow down. So, of course, they need commons. Let's have a look at the Cobra Troopers. Fittingly for nameless baddies, their stats are not great. However, when the Cobra leadership is around, they can be quite deadly.
Yeah, 1 attack.
Their Coils of Cobra special ability gives them an additional attack die for each unique Cobra figure adjacent to them. On top of that, they have Villainous Bonding, which lets them take a turn with a Warlord or Profiteer hero you control. That could be Cobra Commander or Destro if you're using figures from the Battle Box.
Also in this pack is the Cobra Flight Pod, lovingly referred to as
Warlord
the
synergy.
Bubble.
That's sweet for classic Heroscape. How cool is that?
Side. They both have flying and the Battle Ready special power and share life, range, attack, defense, and points value. While the flight pods are slower than the Battlecopters, they make up for it with the air-to-ground missile special attack. Being able to threaten a 3-die explosion at any time with Battle Ready makes the Cobra Flight Pod excellent at dictating enemy positioning.
Air-to-ground.
You can pre-order this Common Army expansion now. The painted version is $50 and the unpainted version is $50 and the painted version is
I'm noticing
$70.
the common packs for these are $70.
We have a terrain set to reveal,
whereas they used to be $60
releases,
for common packs. I'm hoping it's only $70 because it's... If you don't know, Army cards, pictures of minis, and character bios are all available for all new figures at Heroscape.com. I'm really hoping they did $70 only because it's a G.I. Joe specific expansion. It's like the IP, right?
So this is the urban landscape of Valhalla. some fans may remember Asphalt and Concrete from another set from long ago. So this is more of the Asphalt and Concrete that will be present in the G.I. Joe Battle Box. These two terrain types don't have any unique gameplay effects, so it keeps it rather simple. They provide great visual diversity with their solid coloring, and they allow for new thematic battlefields in urban settings.
But the fortified walls
and
are
this
dope.
set also features
those are
some of the
really
fortified
good for
wall
army
obstacles
building.
from the G.I. Joe Battle Box.
Those are going to be really nice for army building.
You can pre-order this terrain expansion for $45 using the link in chat. We have our final review for the Yo Joe's story arc, and our pre-order promo figure is Serpenter. On the battlefield, he can attack twice each turn due to his zeal for violence, and he can lower the defense values of his opponents and allies alike just by being near them. Serpenter can steal order markers from his subordinates and use them himself at strategic points in the game. He's good at keeping opponents guessing and making allies wonder if making a genetically enhanced supervillain was really such a great idea.
Yeah, he sounds like a lot of fun to play with. If you want a Serpentor figure, all you have to do is pre-order one of the Yo Joe story arc releases. That includes all the March G.I. Joe releases we just mentioned. This promo is limited to one per customer. You can get it by pre-ordering on our web store or through participating local game stores. Check in with your favorite stores to see if they are getting these figures, and if they have any questions, tell them to reach out to us.
Oh, and speaking of the G.I. Joe Heroscape, our lovely game designers are working on even more Joe content as we speak. So now that you've seen a bit of what we've been working on, we want to take an opportunity to ask what you want to see. So down in the chat, you can find a link to a quick survey we made to gather your feedback.
Yeah, we can't wait to see what you all think, and a big thank you in advance to everyone who participates in our survey.
This is specifically for the G.I. Joe releases.
Let's move on to the month of April. The title of this story arc releasing is Gathering Storm. We're going to kick off this month's reveals with the Heroscape Elites of Ular and Rannoch Viper's Common Army expansion. This expansion introduces two new common squads for Ular, a sturdy Kiri squad with the Elites, and the return of the classic Heroscape species, Vipers. Let's take a look at the army card for the Elites of Ular. These loyal warriors are designed to work in tandem with Melki and Ziamara from the Kiri Warriors Army expansion.
Yes.
The first thing to note about them is their life value of 2.
Yeah, okay.
Perfect use for the premium wound markers because they want tiny hats.
Yeah. It also means that Ziamara can prevent them from dying to a strong attack with her Amulet of Pavidar ability, and then Melki can heal them back to full health with her Spirit.
That's big.
Their other 2 abilities are also designed to complement those heroes. Thanks to Blade Dance, Melki and Ziamara roll an extra attack die against enemies adjacent to an elite. And when an elite is wounded by a normal attack, you can move an unengaged Ular Kiri up to 4 spaces thanks to Ular's Pact, which can help keep your army within important auras.
This is a great sturdy squad. So let me tell you about the other squad in this set, the Rannoch Vipers. So these guys are slithering in a battle from the small planet of Mar and wielding guns stolen from overthrown Maro warriors. But unlike the elites, these snakes are definitely not sturdy.
Yeah, is that a defense of 0?
6
For
range,
sure is.
though. 6 range.
Vipers are returning species from the original run of Heroscape, but now in a new form. Much like the Venic Vipers before them, these do have a defense of 0, but they make up for it in other ways.
I mean,
can
7
hit
move,
foes from a range
6
of
range.
6, and when you combine that with their
Don't
very
underestimate
fast move of
that.
7,
That's
and the ability to cross water with Slither, they're super valuable. And on top of that, if they're close enough, they can hypnotize the enemy into reducing its defense. And finally, the Evasive 2 special power helps them defend themselves against range attacks as they close in.
Yeah, it's super cool to see these fellas make a return to the game.
Wow.
If you want this common squad army expansion,
now that's adjacent
you can get
attacks,
the unpainted version for $50 and the painted version for $70.
Oh my gosh.
And you can pre-order that now using the links in the chat.
They increased the price to 70.
Okay, so the next reveal for this story arc is the Chain Gruts and Ramsar Rider Common Army expansion. This is our first time seeing Volorak summon a species other than Vorids, the classic Heroscape species, Grut Orcs.
They increased the price to 70.
These orcs look a bit different than the ones you may remember Ugar summoning back in Heroscape's original run. These ones sport
60.
mechanical chain axes.
It used to be 55.
Military style
They went to 60
uniforms,
because of the tariff stuff, but then they jumped up 10
Let's
more
take
bucks.
a look at the
70.
As a 4-figure squad with a bond,
we'll talk about that later.
Prepared to form the backbone of a Volorak army.
Okay, orcs.
Their guild boss bonding means that before taking a turn with them, you can take a turn with a champion you control who follows Volorak or any orc champion.
That's awesome.
That means these guys can team up with the likes of Zed, Cox, Kane, and
really good.
Decker to
That's
wreak
really
havoc.
good. 4-man bonding squad.
Arm ability,
let's go.
Figures engage with chain gruts. Can't make leaving engagement attacks against figures that aren't chain gruts, which can help their champions out of trouble or let Decker pull off a drill drive without retribution. Their titular ability, Chain Axes, makes a return from Doran, with it letting them re-roll an attack die each time they attack.
That's really good, especially because their attack is only 2.
Much more consistent.
Yeah, that's really good, actually.
And of course, let's not ignore the dinosaur in the room.
Yeah.
Also in this box is a Ramasaur rider.
Ramasaur.
These common heroes are orc champions, so they bond with the chain gruts. They are fast,
3
with
attack,
7 moves,
4 defense,
and 30
solid.
for a common hero with
35
3
points.
life and 4 defense. And while their attack is only 2, they make up for it with their special abilities. First is First Assault 1, which means if they attack something they weren't engaged to at the start of their turn, they roll an additional die, which, between their fast movement and strong arm on the chain gruts, that shouldn't be hard to do. And second, representing the sturdy noggin of the Pachycephalosaurus, is Headbutt. If the defender rolls exactly enough shields to block an attack from a Ramasaur rider, both the defender and the Ramasaur rider take a wound.
Yeah, ouch. What was that? Pachycephalosaurus.
Number of shields.
New vocab word. Yeah, if you want to get copies of this
so it's kind of like a negative ability.
Now, using the links our mod is dropping.
First Assault's cool. That's good.
The unpainted version is $50 and the painted is $70.
Man,
that's going to be all of the army expansions for this story arc. But we have a few new. We have a new terrain expansion releasing alongside them. Lee, you want to tell us about it?
Sure do. It's trees. So this is the Forest of Valhalla terrain expansion. So these towering evergreens provide natural cover for your armies, blocking line of sight and creating ambush opportunities. Let's get the full breakdown of everything in this set on the screen right now. So there are a total of 3 different tree heights.
Okay,
There's
40
15,
bucks.
12, and 10.
I was going to say that.
And there are 2 of each size in the set. So these are perfect for adding tactical depth and visual impact to your
This better not
battlefield.
be 50 or more.
This train expansion is available to pre-order now for $40 with the link in chat.
Yeah, and before we move on to May releases, we have one final reveal, a special pre-order promo for the Gathering Storm arc. This arc promo is Sivaris.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, yes. So, long-time Heroscape fans, you totally heard that right. So, Sivaris the Elf Archer is back and quite possibly even more arrogant than ever.
5'9",
nice. Can you break down his arm down for us?
So yes, I can.
5'9", 4'2" is his stat line.
He can hit from the crazy
I don't know what his life point is. I can't see it.
He even hits harder than he used to with an attack value of 4. Where he used to have double attack, this new version is a volley unto himself. That means that he can reduce his range to attack up to 3 times in 1 turn.
I mean, that's super powerful, but it means he has to get in close so he doesn't know what he's attacking. So he honestly, he might be in for some trouble, but it seems fitting for an arrogant elf.
Yes, very true. If you want a copy of Sivaris for yourself, all you need to do is get him for free as a pre-order. You can pre-order something from the Gathering Storm story arc. These figures are limited to 1 per customer, and like the last pre-order promo, you can get it by pre-ordering on our web store or through participating local game
Honestly,
stores. So
for 10 points more,
and send them our way.
I think that's a much better Savaris.
Okay.
Not
so we've made it to May.
Being able to
and
hit
this will be the final month of Heroscape releases that we're revealing today. So May 2026 will kick off a new story arc. And many of you may have noticed that we kept this story arc name hidden, using redacted on all of our materials you've seen so far. Well, it's time to lift that redaction. The May story arc will be called Thormun's Thunder.
Ooh.
Appropriately, the first army expansion we'll be talking about for the Thormun's Thunder arc will be the Thormun and Kraken army expansion.
Thormun.
So that's right.
Kraken.
The Pirate King is the original Valkyrie himself.
Let's
Thormun.
go.
Let's take a look at the card. The first thing to notice is that Thormun is Heroscape's first unaffiliated army card. He follows none of the 8 Valkyrie generals, as his motivations are fully his own. From a gameplay standpoint, unaffiliated will function as an affiliation.
Is that 8 life?
Like Thandar, Ugar, or Cobra.
What?
His Pirate King ability means that he fits right in with any pirate army. But
Pirate?
He can also be chosen as a liege for these signs of
Pirate,
Armada.
Captain, or King.
His solid stats and the return of the swashbuckler
sick.
ability from Bok Bernah make Thormun a fearsome combatant in his own right. But his real strength lies in the way he commands his armada.
Dang.
The Ragtag Armada special power rewards playing with a group of unique heroes that each have different affiliations. Before taking a turn with Thormun, you can take a turn with another unique hero, but you can't take turns with the same affiliation more than one in a round. It should lead to some exciting assortments of heroes being played together.
And in his quest to stop the Valkyries and send all combatants home, Thormun has turned to the magic of the Void. And in doing so, has summoned a legendary monster to help him achieve his goals.
Oh my
god.
The Kraken. The Kraken.
So, like Thormun, the Kraken is unaffiliated. It knows no master other than the one who summons it. It is too big to manifest completely on Valhalla, but with its command of portals that warp space, it can
unfathomable.
send its tentacles out into the world to fight. It is a unique squad with 5 figures, but they don't start the game on the battlefield and must instead be summoned. So, after revealing a numbered order marker on a unique or unfathomable hero you control, you can summon one of the tentacles next to that hero. Then, later in the game, instead of taking a turn with a unique or unfathomable hero, you can take a turn with the Kraken instead. Opponents should definitely try to kill the tentacles soon after they spawn, or they'll end up overrun. And finally, tentacles can teleport much like the smaller Krakenlings using their warp space ability.
On top of those amazing figures and their army cards, the pack comes with instructions to play a unique 2 or 3 player boss battle scenario. Play as Thormun and the pirates attempting to close the Wellsprings for good, or as the coalition sent to thwart his plot. The scenario comes with a special boss card for Thormun, complete with a second phase, as any good boss battle should have. If you want to pre-order this expansion, it's $55 for the unpainted version and $75 for the painted one.
I mean, they're all big figures.
It's awkward,
the pieces are big.
It's only appropriate we reveal something a little spooky, like the Revenants of Revna and Nuklevit Common Army Expansion. The Revenants of Revna are a common squad of undead Fury warriors who served other Valkyrie generals in life, but are now returned from death in service of the Lady
None of these look undead. I'm going to have these all repainted.
Their army cards.
So they look undead.
With a move value of 6 and stealth flying, they can zip quickly across a battlefield.
Whoa, stealth flying!
While their 2 attack and 3 defense may seem unimpressive at first, their special powers more than make up for it.
6 move stealth flying's crazy.
Blood for Blood and Occult Bonding make them perfect pairings with Miserix from the Master Set and Kilcorax from the Curie Warriors Army Expansion.
A warrior,
as well as Nuklevit from this box.
Or Scourge hero?
We will get to in just a sec. With Occult Bonding, the Revenants can take a turn with a warrior, witch, or Scourge hero that follows Revna before taking their own turn.
That's
on
so
top
cool.
of that, Blood for Blood lets them put a wound on a hero to boost their attack value of that hero. and the Revenants for that turn. And of course, with Life Drain, Miserex may be able to just heal that wound right off.
Yeah.
The other figure in the box is the absolutely terrifying Knuckleblade. These horrible demons come from the planet Phelan to terrorize Valhalla.
Wow,
they are
solid
common
stat
heroes,
block.
so you can field more than one of them. But let's take a look at the army card. With their Withering Breath special attack, they can hit up to 3 figures in a straight line, and they roll additional attack dice for each wound they have. This synergizes with the Revenants, giving them wounds through blood for blood. Finally, thanks
that's
to
pretty
their
strong.
Subsume Soul ability, the first time they destroy a figure each turn, they can remove a wound, which should keep them going well into the battle.
Dang!
You all can pre-order the unpainted version for $50 and the painted version for $70. Check it out with the links in our chat.
Shoot.
So next up is a new army expansion with some fun twists. This is the upgraded Necrotech Reavers Common Army
my gosh,
expansion.
these guys look so freaking cool.
This set adds a new Eisenach Common Squad and 3 new common heroes to Vidar's armies. Anais, can you break down the army card for the Necrotech Reavers?
Yes, I would love to. So, as a squad of 3 with an attack of 3 and a defense of 4, they can pull their own weight in an army,
That's
but
pretty solid.
Their special powers make them particularly unique. First is Necrotic Network, which lets them take a turn with an Eisenach hero before their turn. If they pick a unique hero like Scavarith, Lord of Ruin, they can only activate 1 Reaver model. But if they activate a common, like one of the 3 that come in this set, they can activate the whole squad of 3.
Okay.
Finally, at the start of each round, they can use their Scavenged Parts ability to replace one of their number with one of your previously destroyed medium common Eisenach heroes.
I love that ability, so let's take a moment to talk about these common heroes.
With one of your destroyed common medium Eisenach heroes?
Starting with the Necrotech Gasblade.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that just a Necrotech Reaver with a big buzzsaw arm?
It for sure is. So each of the common heroes in this pack is represented by attaching a special arm to a Necrotech Reaver body. You can mix and match to customize your army at the start of the game and even perform upgrades mid-battle since the arms are all friction fit.
Yeah, that is pretty wild.
Wow, mid-battle.
That's literally its personality. Okay. So it also comes with a wild spin special attack that hits all adjacent figures, even friendly ones. Jeez. Each of these common heroes has 2 life, representing toughness granted by the upgrade.
Yeah, attack 4.
And next up is the Necrotech Ghoul Grip, defined by its ginormous claw arm. Fans of all time will recognize these special powers from the Gladiatrons. Maybe the Eisenach have learned a thing or two from Vidar's other troops. So Cyber Claw means that if a small or medium figure moves next to a Ghoul Grip,
this was my assumption. My assumption was going to be that it was going to be some sort of Cyber Claw.
Unless you kill it.
Oh,
which can be tough.
It's basically
Ghoul Grip gains an extra defense.
Yeah, and melee defense 1. This is literally just a copy from
attacking figures, thanks to melee defense 1. The last common hero in this pack is
Gladiatrons.
The Necrotech Geistfire,
Gladiatrons,
which brings a ranged option to the army.
Wow. Yeah.
A range of 6 and attack of 3 can be a potent combination.
Yeah, range 6 attack
The
3.
guns that Geistfires have grafted to themselves are unstable, though. After they attack a non-adjacent enemy, they have to roll a 20-sided die, and if they roll a 1 through 5, they take a wound.
This is literally
the box comes with 6 Necrotech
the Havoc
Eradicators
and
3 of each of the common hero arms. That means you can customize the pack as needed each time you play, as 2 squads of Reapers, 1 squad and 3 heroes, or even 6 heroes. So don't miss out on this unique new army expansion.
Cool.
The unpainted version is $50, and the painted one is $70.
Oh my goodness. And somehow we made it to the last army expansion, reveal of the day.
Dang.
Introducing the Skordire Soldiers.
Oh, yeah.
Einar has summoned himself a Skordire.
Yeah, these guys look pretty sweet.
Skordire Soldiers Common Army Expansion. The pack contains 1 common squad and 3 common heroes that all fight as a coordinated force.
Ooh,
first, let's talk about
that's
Squadar
cool.
infantry.
Common heroes
Everything
that fight
in this
together.
pack is a disciplined soldier, as befits Einar's
Nice.
ranks. These infantry are not the most
Let's
impressive
go.
on their own, with an attack of 2 and a defense of 3.
45
but their
points?
strength lies in numbers.
First squad.
With their insectoid
Nice.
swarm ability, they roll an additional attack die if they are attacking a figure adjacent to 2 or more of other Squadar or insect figures you control. Plus,
Wow.
with
Okay.
when one infantry figure dies to a normal attack, you can move one unengaged common Squadar or insect figure you control up to 5 spaces. That way, you can keep the swarm together. At only 45 points for a squad of 3, you can fit a lot of them in an army and still have room for heroes. And you will want some heroes, thanks to the Pheromone Coordination special power. With that, before taking a turn with the infantry, you can take a turn with up to 2 different Squadar or insect common heroes, or 1 Squadar or insect unique hero. That means they work well alongside Queen Maladrix or the Oathbound Phalanx, or with an assortment of the common heroes from this box.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Speaking of the common heroes, the first one we're looking at
that's
is the
really good.
Hive Soldier.
Especially because
the only one
Sajoa, you
with
can,
a range,
you know,
it can
classic
attack
stuff
them up to
too.
4 spaces away, and whatever it whatever it attacks reduces its defense value for the rest of the turn.
Wow.
And when activating 2 different common heroes with the infantry,
that's cool.
Starting with this one is a pretty good idea.
Next up is the Lurking Hive Soldier. This bug was bioengineered for stealth assassinations. It hits harder than others with an attack value of 4 and can be hard to pin down.
Let's go.
Disengage means it never takes leading engagement attacks, and concealment means that if it would take wounds from a non-adjacent attacker, it has a chance to ignore that wound.
Okay, yeah, we've seen concealment before.
The farther away the attacker is.
Yeah, I like them reusing abilities.
Have the
this is good.
Hive Soldier. This one is essentially a
so
walking
gnarly.
sack of acid made to tie down enemy figures.
6 moves.
Once an enemy figure is engaged with a bursting Hive Soldier, it is left in a bit of a pickle. If it tries to leave, a coward's reward will trigger, and the bursting Hive Soldier will make a leaving engagement attack with 2 dice instead of 1.
Okay.
But if the enemy kills the burster with a normal or leaving engagement attack, it bursts the acid sacks and risks wounding itself and anything else that was adjacent to the bursting Hive Soldier. The Squadar player would roll the 20-sided die for each non-Squadar figure adjacent to the bursting Hive Soldier.
Oh my
and
word.
on a 9 or higher, that figure would take a wound.
Jeez,
those guys are really gross.
Yeah, burst that thing all over
but
the
if you want to try these out, you can pre-order this expansion. The unpainted version is $45 and the painted is $65.
So these are $65?
And you can pre-order that now using the link in the chat below.
What?
Alright, so we've got one final terrain expansion to reveal.
I guess these are
this
65.
This one is one you might have seen teased at GenCon if you were there, or any pictures of our displays circulating. So this is Shores of Valhalla.
Shores of
the
Valhalla.
Shores of Valhalla terrain expansion includes
so cool.
3 shipwreck terrain pieces, 3 cannons, 6 rope ladders, and 12 2-hex wood tiles.
Cool,
the
wood
shipwreck
tiles.
pieces are epic obstacles.
I did not know there was going to be wood tiles.
You can attach tiles to the top deck
That's
to add a playable upper level.
Yeah, the cannons are going to be crazy.
Rope ladders help getting up and down from those upper levels when moving up or down. A small or medium figure can count a rope ladder as one
85,
space,
yeah.
so you can move up and down with
that feels
ease.
about right. This is
wood
a lot
tiles
of.
can be treated as either decking or road,
unique
depending on the scenery. Decking has no additional effects aside from looking really cool.
Yeah.
And the road adds 3 to a figure's movement if its movement is entirely on road tiles.
And finally, there are cannons. Cannons are interactable obstacles that allow figures adjacent to them to make a cannon fire special attack. This attack has a range of 8 with attack 3 and explosion 1. You can shoot the cannon once per turn with an unengaged figure. This terrain expansion is $85 and will release in May alongside the army expansions. So pre-order this terrain expansion now with the link in chat.
Wow.
And we have one very very special reveal for y'all today. So much love has gone into this extra special Heroscape project.
Agent Carr.
It's also the source of my madness.
Agent Carr.
Introducing the Tome of Annihilation.
Yeah, the team has been working super hard on that, so thank you, Lee, for working on this, and to everybody who's been contributing to this project. This hardcover collection chronicles the complete saga of the Age of Annihilation.
That's pretty cool.
That's right. This is the definitive companion to the Age of Annihilation era. So, as we wrap up the era and move on, you can have everything you need in one easy-to-reference compendium. This collects all the stories and struggles of the battlefield. So, let's dive into everything you'll find in this book. Lee, what can you tell me about it?
Oh, there's so much.
Let's
talk about the awesome things. So, so the first exciting thing about this book is all the character bios. So it's all in one spot. Every character has a full bio included in the book.
Oh no, I think it's just Age of Annihilation.
Ambitions and rivalries of all the heroes and villains and the Age of Annihilation era.
Okay, so yeah, just Age of Annihilation.
Something else that I'm really excited about with this book is the fact that it dives into the actual lore of Heroscape, featuring information on the Valkyrie generals, the different planets that all these warriors are summoned from, and the history of the battle of all time.
Yeah, just exploring the Valkyrie general powers, legacies, and hidden agendas is a really cool part of this book. There's also info on factions like the Crimson Fleet, which is one of my favorites. So, yeah, check it out. Also included is info on Valhalla and the worlds beyond. Read about the diverse planets from which warriors are
Honestly,
summoned.
that looks
each
pretty
with its own
freaking
culture,
sweet.
Dangers, and mysteries.
Not gonna lie.
There's info like these previews on screen for 7 other planets.
That's
a
actually
lot
pretty
of
cool.
information to dive into
Not gonna lie.
and have a deeper understanding of where your favorite heroes and villains come from.
And for sure. And speaking to history, we even have a full timeline of Valhalla in the book. That way you can really gain a deeper understanding of all the historical lore details and the order in which they happened.
Dang.
Very cool, yes. And we can't forget the scenarios. Also included are every scenario that we published for Age of Annihilation content to date. All laid out and printed within the book, making it a quick and easy reference compendium of both lore and playable content. So get ready to relive the campaigns and conflicts of the Age of Annihilation through story-driven scenarios. You're going to want to get your hands on this. It is an essential guide to the lore, legends, and battles of Heroscape. And this is a chunky book, so over 200 pages of content. So that'll keep you busy for a while. If you want a copy, you can pre-order it now for $45 using the link in the chat below.
Yeah, 45's not bad for a 200 page.
Okay, so that's everything for this May. But that's solid. Such a cool set of releases wouldn't be complete without an equally cool pre-order bonus. So let's give a warm welcome to a returning icon of Heroscape, Agent Carr. Vidar's first agent from the Rise of Valkyrie Master set, back with the dog in Doom.
Is that 5?
As his steed.
5,
let's look at the army card.
6624. Okay, yeah.
For sure. So the card really represents
I think that's the same
teamwork through a blend of each of their abilities.
He has one more.
Carr's Sword of Reckoning makes a return, granting him a whopping extra 4 attack against adjacent figures. And he can still disengage without taking leaving engagement attacks. On top of that, Doomed lends his crippling glance to the pair. So before moving, you can choose a figure within 3 spaces.
That's
and
funny. They literally just combined them.
If you roll a 15 or higher, you can remove 1 unrevealed order marker at random from that figure's army card.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, they certainly live up to their personality of tricky when they mess with opponents like that. Get this when you pre-order anything from Thormun's Thunder.
Is it the same? Is it the same ability? Crippling Gaze removes all order markers.
You can get it by pre-ordering on our web store or through participating local game stores.
I can't see the card very well from this image that they've presented.
Like I said earlier,
we'll look at it.
A lot of reveals. That was a lot. And as promised, we have a shipping guide to help y'all pre-order. So remember, orders from our web store don't ship until everything in the order is in stock. So this is how we recommend you order if you don't want to wait.
All right, I want to give everyone one more sec to take a look at that guide, but in just a moment we're going to switch gears and talk a little bit more about organized play. We have some really exciting stuff happening that you'll want to be a part of. So take those screenshots.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we have information to share on organized play figures in the upcoming Valkyrie trials.
Okay, enough waiting. That shipping guide will also be on our website, so don't stress if you didn't get a
Sour
screenshot.
cream. They said that
right,
range
let's
8,
jump into the details.
attack 3,
Game stores
explosion.
all over the world are hosting Heroscape events. Renegade is supporting stores with organized play kits. We have not 1 but 2 current OP kits for stores to order with Raylan the Curie Warrior and Deflectatron. Your friendly local game store can order kits containing either or both of these figures, and you can get them through participating in-store events, continuing through the end of the year. Our Spring 2026 kit is something a little different, a glyph pack. Elevate your tournament scene with the Heroscape Organized Play Kit. This kit equips tournament organizers with exclusive prizing for the top 8 players and the organizer themselves, a stunning set of full-color glyphs featuring bold, updated illustrations designed to reward excellence and inspire competition. These glyphs bring both style and prestige to your battlefield.
Let's talk a little bit more about the kit contents. So each kit comes with 9 sets of glyphs from the Age of Annihilation era. The glyphs feature fully illustrated art.
Interesting.
Which debuted at 2025 Worlds.
I guess it makes sense that they would do something like this because they only offered these new glyphs to those at Gen Con who got like top 32 or top 16 or something.
One lucky player will find the foil set.
Glyphs are exactly what players said they wanted at Worlds this year, so be sure to ask your store about Heroscape Organized Play and tell them to pre-order this kit.
And if you're looking to get more involved in your local scene's organized play, head over to the Heroscape Battle Network.
The Battle Network is a Heroscape Organized Play website, which also serves as a community hub for players, judges, and event organizers. It's also a comprehensive tournament software. You can find the closest event to you using the Heroscape Battle Network. Use the convenient event finder and get signed up for an event. Head over to the Battle Network and make an account using the link in the chat below.
And I also want to mention our thriving Heroscape community over on Discord. Join the Discord to chat with other Heroscapers, show off your maps, and please post your pasted minis. I love hanging out in the Discord and chatting with y'all. But, well, let's talk about the Heroscape Valkyrie trials, which are kicking off this month. Participants in these premier level events will have the chance to win some amazing prizes.
That's right. First place will receive this Leviathan, the Curie Warrior figure on a gold
That's
case.
Actually pretty cool.
Plus a foil Leviathan army card with the Valkyrie Trials logo. First place will also receive a World Championship invite, guaranteeing them a seat at Day 2 of Worlds. Second through 8th place will receive a Leviathan figure on a silver base, along with a foiled army card. And there is also one included for the tournament organizer or judge of the events.
There will be exclusive participation. Excuse me. There will be exclusive participation prizes as well. It's because of all the stuff we have to talk about. As players who competed in a Valkyrie trial event they'll receive a set of Ukar order markers, the Golak's Wing Renderer permanent treasure glyphs, and the glyph card to go with them.
That's pretty cool.
We are so excited to see players come together for the Valkyrie trials, and we will even be hosting one ourselves at RenegadeCon in March.
I thought they already gave these
on screen now is our calendar of Valkyrie
the red order markers I think they did already for the Valkyrie trial, but I don't think that
where
glyph,
you may want to travel.
And stay tuned to our Discord and socials for our 2026 events that will include even more events here in the US, Canada, and the EU.
This is our biggest OP event initiative to date.
Roseville, Minnesota.
So head over to the Battle Network and make an account using the
me.
link in the chat and make sure to reserve your spot. We would be remiss to not talk about our World Championship this year, which just took place at Gen Con.
Oh my god, yes.
It's true.
So it was a 3-day event, and we had tons and tons of Heroscapers show up from all around the world. So huge shout out to Ken, Courtney, and the dev team who helped run this event and so many others throughout the weekend.
And a huge shout out to Nick Elder for winning our 2025 Heroscape World Championship. He was a good sport when we also crowned him champion by pouring our own Gatorade jug filled with water tiles all over him in celebration.
Yeah, and so you totally have William and Dylan to blame, or maybe appreciate for this new tradition, which actually formed at Adepticon this year.
Yes, that is true. Lee, I heard you mention store championships just a moment ago. Any plans for another one of those in the future?
Yeah, of course, Anais. So we'll be having store championships in 2026, and they will once again be hosted. But this time we'll do April through June, with the top prize getting you that day 2 buy again at Gen Con.
Any spoilers for me and the players at home?
Well, I don't want to give away everything, but players can expect to see a certain pirate commander with an affinity for Crimson next spring in our store champ kits.
And that's going to be all for this stream, Heroscapers. So make sure to tune in for the rest of RenegadeCon. Next at 11 in like 5 minutes is our Renegade reveal stream, where we'll be revealing more new games. Then at 11:30 we're diving into the upcoming Heroscape releases. Rena and the game developers got together and they sat down and recorded an interview. It was a great roundtable discussion, very informative, so make sure to check it out. And then at noon, Heroscape designers Dylan Fernandez and Heroscape community star and our World Championship head judge, Ken Williams. You can join them for a strategy deep dive covering the 2025 Heroscape World Championship event. And we're joined again by Lin Zhu for another Heroscape mini sculpting video at 12:30. So come enjoy the great conversation between them as you watch him sculpt. It's very cool. Then at 1, join Hexala for a gameplay video featuring the Thormun's Thunder and Gathering Storm Heroscape releases. After that, you can watch the gameplay video for all the new G.I. Joe spring figures from Board Hero at 1:30. Then at 2, check out the incredible If You Know Wadaways Heroscape gameplay video. You might know him from a stand-up comedy. He's also done a bunch of stuff on Dropout, and he is the host of Actually, so we're super excited to get to work with him on this.
That's awesome.
And after that video, we're going to preview our upcoming, take a first look at Diplomacy, the Golden Blade card game. And since it's October, it's the perfect time for something a little spooky, so after that we have a special 2-hour-long actual play from 4 to 6 p.m. for Werewolf the Apocalypse, and you'll be able to see Tracy Magitek, or Miss Magitek, as you might know her, GM, some cool AP stuff. She's awesome, so I highly recommend it.
Oh my goodness, like that's so much stuff. Like, what an amazing lineup. So I'll definitely be tuning in throughout the day. Anything else we should mention before we sign off, Anais?
Yeah, today is jam-packed, so strap in, we got a lot coming for you. But yes, last reminders, make sure to watch the next RenegadeCon, which is going to be in February. We are always sharing sneak peeks and updates on our games in our email newsletters, so if you want to be the first to know about stuff, sign up for our weekly newsletters so you can know more about your favorite games. Remember to pre-order the new games that you saw here today. Head over to our website to order. If you need to reference that handy-dandy shipping guide graphic we showed earlier, it'll be up on the homepage of Heroscape.com, so no worries about that. Yeah, and stick around. Thanks for joining us all. Thanks for listening to our cool new announcements. We're super excited. We've all been working very hard on it.
Oh my goodness, yes.
It's going to be great. So tune in for the rest of RenegadeCon today, and we'll see you all soon. Bye!
Cool. All right. Well, I'm excited. It's just really hard to be excited at the same time that I'm just like, they've already raised the common packs again. Like $70 that, like, oh my gosh, that's just like so tilting. Okay, but we're not gonna go on event session because what else am I supposed to say other than Renegade? Like, what the heck? Like, Last time you raised the prices from 55 to 60, you at least let us know. You sent out an email and said, hey, we're really sorry, we're going to have to raise prices by blah, blah, blah. Just want our customers to know. And then blindsided, you're just like, hey, how about a $10 increase? How about that? Jeez. Oh, okay, sour cream. So I'm just seeing your chat there. Sorry about the lag. Clearly, there's some delay here, and I'm not sure why it's so far behind. I think there originally was some lag when I first started the stream. I don't show any lag anymore on my side, from the studio side. But it's possible that because there was lag initially, it's staying behind for whatever reason. Yeah, no, Deco, yeah, exactly. Looking at your, Renegade Game Studios. Yeah, so Deco, your point, Heroscape bio. To your point, the unpainted minis are basically the price that the painted minis were a year ago. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I got a request to check out Thormun's Thunder first. Let's see. Okay, so we've got Gathering Storm, because Embers of War. Yeah, so we've got Gathering Storm, Thormun's Thunder, G.I. Joe, and promos. Oh man, we've got so much to review. Oh man, it might take an hour. I mean, if you guys want to stick around for an hour, by all means, I will be here for an hour talking about these, because this is what I do. So here we go. A lot of implications for a lot of these figures. Man, it's just so much. Where are we going? Here we go. Thormun's Thunder, our pirate Thormun. That card art is crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. That dude. Wow. What am I looking at? That's amazing. Okay. How well can you guys see that card? You can see it okay, I think, right? Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay. It's like a little bit off center, but you can see everything on the card that's relevant. Okay. 180 points, so huge price. Whatever, that's fine. Like 8 life, 5 move, 5 range, 3 attack, 3 defense. I mean, he's kind of a Valkyrie general, right? I love how it says unaffiliated, which is kind of cool, because it's like he's really actually not his own Valkyrie general. He's just like his own. He's got his own symbol though, which is kind of cool. But yeah, Ragtag Armada. After revealing an order marker on and before taking a turn with Thormun, you may place a gold command marker on the army card of another hero you control to immediately take a turn with that hero. Wow. This is after revealing and before taking a turn. Okay. You place the gold marker. Okay, and then you take the turn. You may not place a command marker on the army card of a figure with the same affiliation as a hero you control that already has a command marker. Okay. Do not place the command marker on an army card of a figure with the same affiliation. Okay. Okay. Right. So basically you want different Valkyrie general heroes. At the end of the round, remove all command markers. Ah, okay, interesting. So, after filling an order marker on and before taking a turn with Thormun, you may place a gold command marker on the arm card of another hero you control to immediately take a turn with that hero. Okay, so a hero that has a gold command marker on it cannot get the bonus of taking a turn with this the rest of the round. Okay, yeah. Weird that the hitbox has a water background rather than the normal black. I wonder why they... Oh, yeah, that is true. Yeah, that is weird. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that is weird. Huh. Yeah. Pirate King. Thormun's class is also Pirate, Captain, and King. Yeah, that's... Door. What is door? Door definition. Relentlessly severe, stern, or gloomy in manner or appearance. Oh, wow. That's cool. Okay. Admiral and door. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, so Thormun's class is also pirate, captain, and king. That's like freaking cool. Not gonna lie. Also because if you play VC, because he's a king, or no, never mind. That doesn't. King actually isn't. I don't think King has any synergy in VC. So anyway, that's aside. I think Scions is the only thing that has synergy with King. But Pirate Captain, obviously, there's synergy there, which is just really fun and cool. Swashbuckler, after taking a turn with Thormun, you may attack an adjacent figure one additional time. Thormun's attack value is increased by 2. The second attack. That's actually pretty relevant because his base attack is already 3, so it becomes 5 from height 6. So, like, yeah, I mean, 8 life. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome. Pronounced more like dour. Oh, really? Really? Dour? Really? Okay. Maybe, well, I should have checked that. Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. Yep. I should have checked the phonetics. Alright. So, yep. Boss status. Pretty freaking cool. I think Thormun's gonna be fun. I don't think he's gonna break anything. I think he's just gonna be super fun to just throw in a bunch of stuff because you can literally throw in him with anything classic and have some fun, silly things. Wait, why is it? Okay. Thormun's Thunder. Alright, well, we started with Thormun because we got requested for that. We'll just stick with the Thormun's Thunder for now, then. Okay, so yeah, we gotta take a look at these Reaver things. Also, is it just me, or... No, maybe it's just me. It looks like, based off the card art... No, I don't know. I can't tell. Like, based off the card art for it, like, it looks... It's weird to me, but it looks like they made them female. I don't know. Like, the chest plate... Maybe not. Maybe that's just me. But for a minute here, I'm like, wait, did they try to do, like, the whole protect the breasts? You know what I mean? Like, obviously, you know, it's funny because, like, in fantasy, there's always that trope of, like, women armor versus men armor, and, like, the women armor always have the chest plates or whatever, but, like, the midriff exposed or whatever, and it's like, what's actually going to protect you from, like, critical hits or whatever. Anyway, it's kind of funny. So maybe this is just whatever. It's just infused metal on their chest plate, whatever. But for some reason, I was like, it just looked a bit weird because that's the only armor they have. Anyway, doesn't matter. It was just kind of funny. Let's see. I fixed the lag by refreshing the stream. Oh, okay. Donald Zimmerman or Cytail. Yeah. Maybe refreshing the stream. Yeah, sorry guys. You know, if you're still lagging, refresh the stream. My apologies. I did go ahead and went through Thormun's review there, but you know, Donald, you know, you get to work with Renegade, so you didn't miss much. you already knew about him. Okay, Necrotech Reavers. Now, there's base stat block for 65 points. I like for a 3-figure squad. So remove all their special abilities. I like the stat block. 5 move, 3 attack, 4 defense, 65 points. Super solid. 4 defense base for any common squad is just good. It's just good. Does it mean they're going to be broken? No, but I like it. You know, I think these are going to be good because I really like the miniature designs and I like the Isonek builds and stuff, so I think this is going to be awesome. You know, before taking a turn with Necrotech Reavers, you may first take a turn with an Isonek hero you control. Awesome, right? That's really, really cool because you then get to do silly things with, you know, Scavarith and, you know, double turns with Scavarith, or you can take a turn with Scavarith and passively still inject him with what's his face? Oh my gosh, brain. Lich. The Lich. What's also kind of cool is if you look at the Lich's card, it actually says that you can inject an Icenic figure, which means you can inject a common hero or a common squad figure, individual figure. Not probably worth it, right? Because it's literally just like an increase of movement and attack for a squad figure, which is always going to be better on something like Scavareth or a Necrotech Wraith Rider. But the fact that you can pull it off and do it is still pretty cool. Anyway, Scavenger part. Well, and so the Necrotech network. I didn't finish reading it. If that hero is unique, you may only activate one Necrotech Reaver. So I mean that keeps them from being too imbalanced, right? So you're taking a turn with a big hero, and then you just get a move and attack with one Reaver. It's like, okay, maybe it's not worth it. So they're gonna be a little bit weaker bonding with the unique heroes, because Lich is supposed to be kind of the main bonding hub for the unique heroes anyway. But what's really kind of fun is you throw a bunch of these guys with the Manticore. And that's because he gets like +8 or something to his D20 roll when he's feeding off of them. So that's what's so cool about these guys. Yeah. I have done well injecting Wraith Riders sometimes, Donald. Well, yeah, no, injecting Wraith Riders is great. The Necrotech Wraith Riders, injecting Necrotech Wraith Riders it's 10 movement and then 5 attack, 6 for might. I absolutely think that's a good use of injection. Yeah, no, it works for commons too, Slugscape. Yeah, and that's what's I think really fun about how they initiated Lich's design, was they intentionally left it to an Icenic figure, so that there was that future design space. Again, I don't think it's as strong as, injecting a unique figure that we have already for Icenics, but it allows all future design space to have a fun little option there, right? And then scavenged parts. Okay, so this is the piece that I didn't get completely when they first showed the card. At the start of the round, before placing order markers, you may place one Necrotech Reaver you control, okay, with one of your destroyed common medium Icenic heroes. Okay. At the start of the round, before placing order markers, you may replace one Necrotech Reaver you control with one of your destroyed common medium Icenic heroes. Ah. Okay. So you have to have already drafted the common heroes. That makes sense. So your army... Ooh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Actually, I like this a lot. Yeah. So you have to have already drafted your common heroes. And so you can have a full army of these guys. You could have, let's just say, 5 squads. You could do a bunch of them. And then like 4 or 5 common heroes. Because they're bonding with the common heroes, they get the full bonding. So notice that about Necrotech Network, is it says you only get to take a turn with one if it's a unique. So when you're doing the commons, you're taking a turn with the common hero and then a full squad. So that's actually quite good. So a full army of just Necrotech Reavers plus their heroes is actually potentially pretty good. Especially because the common heroes, you have a bunch of different... We'll cover them here in just a second, but you have a bunch of different options for big hitters, for multi-attack, for range attack. Right, or slap the arm on the Reaver on the battlefield. Well, right. So for scavenged parts, you have to have already had one destroyed. So that's where this gets a little bit interesting, is you can't upgrade a Necrotech Reaver until one of your common heroes is destroyed. Right? Because it says at the start of the round, before placing order markers, you may replace one Necrotech Reaver. So you take your Necrotech Reaver, you pull it off the board. And then it says with one of your destroyed common medium Icenic heroes. So you would have to take that... So you have to be engaged fighting with the common heroes. Common hero dies. Then you can upgrade and bring it back, essentially. Right? Am I seeing that right? Yeah, so if you lose a common hero, you can bring them back and choose which one. Yeah, and that's what's so cool, is you can look at the current state of the board state and decide whether or not you want to bring back like a range option or like an attacker, but you have to have already pre-drafted it. right? So your army has to have common heroes within it, these common heroes within it, and then they have to have already died. Right, the common hero has to be destroyed. If you are OCD about the mini, you can put the arm on the existing Reaver. Oh, sure. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I got you. I got what you're saying. Yeah. You just put the arm on rather than replacing the actual figure. Got it. Yeah. Okay, so now let's look at the heroes then, because they went pretty fast through them. Okay. Ghastblade, Wild, 2 life, 5 move, 1 range, 4 attack, 3 defense. Yeah, super solid. I also like that 2 of the common heroes, I think they're all 30 points. We'll see that in a second. I like that 2 of the common heroes equal the same as like 1 squad. A little bit cheaper than 1 squad. I think it probably would have been too good to make 3 of the common heroes. Like if they did like 20 or 25 points for a common hero, then the army is probably a little bit... Well, I don't know if it's too good, but like it'd be too easy to add the common heroes. Like they want the common heroes to feel like they have a place, but you can't make them too expensive. You can't make them too cheap. And so 30 points feels about right. You're getting 2 common heroes. Instead of a squad, an extra squad, you're getting 2. So you're losing out on 1 figure, but you're essentially increasing the overall flexibility of the army, right? Because you're actually life points. You're actually increasing by 1 because these are 2 life figures, so that it's going to 4 life total, right? Versus the 3 life of the common squad. And then you're adding special attacks and increased stats. So actually, I do think it's probably worth it. I mean, if you probably want still more of the common squad. In general, like you probably go 4 common squads and then like 4 or 5 of these guys, or 5, whatever the point total of the format is. But yeah, anyway. Range 1 attack 4. If an extra Ghastblade attacks the wild spin, it must attack all adjacent figures, even ones you are not engaged with. Right. Okay. Right. Special attack. It must attack. Oh, wait. If an extra Ghastblade attacks with... It must attack all adjacent figures. Oh, well, okay, so... That's weird. Okay, I mean, it's Whirlwind. Okay, well, I guess they're just... I don't know why you have to spell that out. It's clear in the... If an extra Ghastblade attacks with Wild Spin Special, it must attack all adjacent figures. Great. Clip it there. Even ones you're not engaged with. I don't think that's necessary. That's over... I don't know. If you have to attack all adjacent figures, clearly you have to attack all adjacent figures. I don't know. If it is adjacent to both enemies and friendlies, it has to attack... No, yeah, I get that. Yeah, like Cytail or Donald, I don't know. Here on YouTube, I don't know which you prefer, but... I get that, but I don't think you need to call that out, because if you have to attack all adjacent figures, clearly that's going to include your friendlies. By engagement rules, without that clause, it would not be allowed to attack adjacent friendlies. No, I don't think that's right, because Whirlwind Assault... Well, no, sorry, Whirlwind Assault just says enemy figures. But, you are allowed to attack... all adjacent figures. I mean, there's lots of specials that attack all adjacent figures. Like, or affect all adjacent figures. If a decker goes with attacks with Walter, it must attack all adjacent figures. Anyway, whatever. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I mean, you are able to attack your own figures, your own friendly figures. An engaged figure can only attack figures it is engaged with. Well, no, because you can attack your own figures and you're not engaged with your own figures. Like, if I want to beef up my Alistair McDirk, I can attack my own Alistair McDirk. It's adjacent. I'm adjacent to, I don't know. You're the rules guy, so I guess I'll have to trust you on that. But I mean, you can attack your own figures. The Ogre Warhawk does the same thing, but rules wise, it's problematic. We cleaned up here. I mean, yeah, it makes it completely obvious that you attack your own figures. Personally, I think it's slightly unnecessary because you can attack your own figures. That's already been an established thing you can do. So, I don't know, whatever. If you are engaged. Okay, is that a renegade rule? You cannot attack your own figure if you're engaged? I don't think that's unless that's a new renegade rule. I don't think that's correct. Because and again, clarify for me, but unless that's an updated rule by Renegade, that's not accurate, because I can have an Alistair McDurk and I can have some other unit and I can be engaged with an opponent and I can whack my Alistair McDurk. That's always been the case. Yeah. A day one rule? Engaged figures can only attack figures they are engaged with. Wait, so okay, so I'm not understanding. Are you saying you can't attack your own figures? Is that what you're saying? I guess I'm not understanding what you're saying. So correct, you're not engaged with your own friendly figures. I understand that. That's correct. You're not engaged with your own friendly figures. But you can still attack your own friendly figures. That's how you can tie down ranged figures. Right, no, I get that. Right, so that's how you can tie down ranged figures, can keep them from attacking your other stuff. No, I get that. But my point is you can always attack, like Krug. You can always attack Krug to beef him up. And if Krug is next to your own unit, next to an enemy unit, and they're all engaged to each other, or not engaged, if they're all adjacent to each other, you can still attack your Krug. If you're adjacent. Because adjacency, let's see, figure 1A and 2A are your figures, 3B is an opponent, and they are all adjacent. Are they not all able to attack each other? Yeah, exactly. Sour cream, exactly. If your figure is engaged, it can only attack one of the figures it is engaged with. If it's adjacent to a friendly as well, you cannot attack a friendly. Okay. You cannot always attack your own Krug. You can only attack Krug with an unengaged figure. Even in adjacency? Okay, so I see what you're saying now. But melee attacks have never been, this is literally the first time I've ever heard that. I mean, see, what's funny though is it only comes up when you're trying to attack your own figures. So how many times do you actually want to attack your own figures? Not too often. It does happen, obviously, like again for the case of Alistair. And there are some units that you do want to attack your own unit. But it doesn't happen often, which is why I've probably never heard it, but yeah. Yeah, it's a real technicality kind of thing. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's so I guess I see what you're saying is the rule that applies in range also applies in melee, but in melee it's only applied when you're trying to attack your own figures. It's just so weird in adjacency, because my understanding was that while in adjacency to any figure, you have the option to attack any figure. Yeah, that's the rule. Yes, the rule in the rulebook is simple. If a figure is engaged, it can only attack a figure it is engaged with. It rarely matters, so the consequences are often forgotten. Yeah. Rules, technicalities, is the world I live in Heroscape. Okay, yeah, and again, like, I have to trust you of all people. I mean, you are the rules expert, to be honest. To be completely honest, for those of you listening and watching, Donald Zimmerman, also known as Cytel, sorry to dox you there, Cytel, is the resident Heroscape rules expert for the community, and also assists Renegade for what it's worth. So, I mean, I do have to take your word for it, but I'm glad you took a minute to kind of explain that and kind of work through that, because that was that's something that is very corner case. Again, rarely are you in a situation where you want to attack your own figure while engaged with an opponent's figure. But in the case of something like Alistair, I'm sure that's come up. Where I'm like, I gotta wound him really quick and beef up my guys, but you're engaged with an enemy or something anyway. So yeah, no, that's cool. That's fun to kind of talk through and learn, right? Something that I'm sure many people didn't know. Anyway. Now that was a nice 15-minute review of a rules corner case. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Anyway, these guys are dope. They can attack all adjacent figures, which is sweet. Yeah, this is the sort of thing we work through often behind the scenes, both with Renegade and VC. No, I get it, and we love you for it, because that's how we get the game in a solid competitive state. Where everything's working is by having the rules experts know what's what. Okay, we're gonna try and breeze through the rest of these. We're only through like 3 units, so we're not gonna breeze too fast because I like to talk about implications. But here we are. Goal Grip. Okay, that's his class. 2, 5, 1, 3, 4. Okay, so a little bit beefier on the defense. Right, this is the same as literally a copy paste from the Gladiatron, which is kind of awesome. They're both worded the same, so let's just double check. So one cannot move or be moved by any special power or glyph. Yep, that's the same exact. And extra cool grip adds 1 to its defense value when attacked with the normal attack by NJs. But yep, okay, all the same. Yep, super solid stats. I mean, that defense 4 goes to 5 in engagements. That's really good. And then it's just locking stuff down. So yeah, I think that there's definitely that's super solid. Makes controlling the battlefield really, really good. Oh, geez, it's so annoying. Okay. And then the blaster, having a range piece here is so important for this faction. I think that's going to make this faction or this army pack really good. Because you're basically just going to be able to ping at people from 6. 6 range is solid, especially with a base attack of 3. Man, that's good. Because, you always have to factor in, additional buffs, like height, or maybe, a glyph that gives you an extra attack dice or something. If you're taking ping shots from height with these guys, and you're forcing your opponent to come to you from 6 spaces away, then you can goal grip stuff in the front lines, and then you can have your saw blade doing stuff. Having a range component to this is awesome. I think that's really, really cool. And then I just love that they cribbed the same power from... it's not exactly the same, obviously. It's different. But, the first half of the... the Havoc Eradicators as VC is how this works. After taking a turn with it, if you attacked a non-adjacent figure, 1 through 5, it receives a wound. Now, it's not destroyed, so it just receives a wound. But if it does get destroyed, it's actually not a bad thing, per se. In fact, it's actually kind of cool because you can do these abilities, end up killing your own figures, and it still can come back and kind of be okay. Now, your net figures technically goes down, right? Because if one of these dies, and then you bring it back by removing I guess by removing a squad figure, it doesn't. Your net actually doesn't go down. Anyway, for example, if you end up killing yourself with the unstable blaster, it's not a horrible thing because then you could just switch it back out for one of the common heroes or common figures. And same with the saw blade thing, where it can affect your own figures. Like that's pretty cool because, you know, if you end up hitting your own common hero and killing it, well, it's not a huge deal. It can come right back, right? The range one having a 25% to wound itself is kind of rough. I mean, yeah, but it's got 2 life, right? So I think it's always going to be worth it. You know, you take the risk, and then when it dies, it's not a huge deal, right? You can just bring it right back. I think it's worth it. I mean, having that range component is going to be pretty important for the faction. Being able to respawn heroes on the front line is great. Think about it. It's at the beginning of the round, I think, when they respawn. Frick. Let's double check that. Because think about initiative switch potential, or not even just switch potential, just initiative in general. Let's go back here really quick. At the start of the round, before placing order markers. Okay, so I mean, your opponent will have time to kind of react based off of what you decide to do. But, right, if you end the round, you know, getting big attacks, and it's going to be a new round, and you might win initiative, you know, you can spawn one of these guys, a saw blade guy or a cyberclaw guy. Say they fly in a key hero to go punch and crack through your defenses, and then you're like, you know what? I don't like that. Boom, round 1, I'm bringing back my cyberclaw dude, engaged to your hero now. Now you're locked down, right? Or say, you know, the saw blade guy. You say you're looking at the game state, and you're like, oh, there's a little pocket. There's like his little pod of 4 or 5 figures, and you busted open a pocket, right, where you can engage a bunch of figures. You could drop that saw blade guy, boom, right to the front line, win initiative, boom, move him in, saw blade everything. So, like, you can, yeah, like the respawn and development aspect to this is going to be pretty potent. I like it. I think this is going to be a really fun army core. Okay. We got through one army box. One army box. Oh man, you guys, we're gonna be here all day. Okay, Scorter Infantry. Let's look at these, and then we'll look at the common heroes that go with them. Not gonna lie, I love these. Well, okay, the card art, those teeth look super dopey. Not gonna. Okay, yeah. The actual figures look way cooler. That's pretty dopey. Sorry, guys. That looks really cheesy, like, you know, those teeth look really cheesy. The miniatures, though, look really cool. I really do like the miniatures. Okay, I didn't see these guys super well when they presented them. So 5 move, 1 range, attack 2, defense 3, okay, so not too bad. 45 points is always going to be really good for a common squad. Like, cheap common squads, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter their abilities or stats, like, it's always going to be good, especially when there's ways to augment their abilities or their stats, which they do because they're soldiers. So boom, you know, Marcus Decimus Gallus, he can already buff their movement and attack, and then I think they have bonding or something, right? So before taking a turn with Scorter Infantry, you may take turns with up to 2 Scorter or Insect. Okay, so they don't bond with Warlords. You may take turns with up to 2 Scorter or Insect common heroes. Oh, shoot. Okay, so live, I didn't see common heroes. I thought live it said Insect heroes. So I was thinking, oh, Sajoa, yeah! And I was thinking, well, who would... official insects? I think actually Sajoa might be the only official insect. VC has some insects, I think, but... I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I can't think of anyone else. With different names... okay, control with different names... or 1 Scorter. Oh, wait, sorry. I just gotta keep reading. Silly me, golly. 1 Scorter or Insect hero, unique hero you control. I'm such an idiot. All I have to do is keep reading the ability. Come on, man. Oh, man. That's so funny. Okay. So, yeah. So 2 Scorter common heroes, or Insect heroes, which is awesome. Because, that's 5 activations. You're bonding with 2 heroes and then a full squad. Golly, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be really good. And then on top of that, again, you know, if it's not common, it can be unique. 1 unique, that's wait, is that's what's his name? Shoot. What's the Hive Lord? Gosh dang it. Dragoon. He's Scorter, right? Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, let's go. Yeah, so he's scored her. So yeah, so he's gonna be bonding with. Wait. Wait, the queen as well, right? Wait, is Maladrix scored her? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, Maladrix. Oh my gosh. Wait, is the bug ball scored her as well, or is that insect? It is. Huh. Okay, that's crazy. Oathbound Phalanx. Why is this not loading? It doesn't state order marker, right? To do all their abilities? I'm trying to remember. Is this going to be triple bonding? Oh my gosh, what is going on? Why is this not loading? Okay, there we go. Before taking a turn with the Oathbound Phalanx. Ah, sorry guys. Okay. Before taking a turn. Oh, okay, no, it does say there. Sorry, in the middle there. In the middle, sorry. After revealing an order marker on the Oathbound Phalanx, and after taking a turn with it, you may take a turn with any Oathbound Legionnaires you control. Okay, so that's interesting, actually. Because, yeah. So exactly, I was going to point that out, Donald. So you can't do the additional bonding. So Maladrix, I know Maladrix says reveals an order marker, so you can't do the bonding with the Honor Guard. I was checking that with the Oathbound Phalanx. Oathbound Phalanx, because it states here, but it's in the middle there, which is hard to catch. You can't do the bonding with the Phalanx, with the Oathbound Legionnaires. You can still do the special attack. You can still use its break the link though, because it says before taking a turn with the Oathbound Phalanx, you may place any Oathbound Legionnaire figures you control from the army card onto any empty space adjacent to the Oathbound Phalanx. So I'm not sure why you would do that, since you can't take a turn with the Oathbound Legionnaires, but you could still use break the link, the first half of break the link, during a bonding turn with the Scored Air Infantry. And Sour Cream, and the nice thing about the bugs is that they protect the Queen from dying to Scarlet from G.I. Joe. Oh, yeah, because the order markers are on Scored Air. Yeah, that's a good point. On the infantry. Yeah, no, man, that's really cool. And again, because Sajoa is a classic insect, like, that's so fun that Sajoa is going to be able to bond with these. Oh, man. I love that. I love the cross synergy with the OG Heroscape. It's so fun. That's so cool. I really, really like that. That's awesome. After a Scored Infantry figure you control is destroyed by a normal attack from an enemy figure, you may... And that's... Okay, so normal attacks. You may move one unengaged common Scored Air or insect figure you control up to 5 spaces, even if all of your Scored Air soldiers are destroyed. Oh! Wow, that's kind of cool. Okay. Yeah, so okay, so I mean, it's just if something dies, you get to reinforce it. Yeah, okay. I mean, I think that's fine. Insectoid Swarm, when a Scored Infantry attacks a figure engaged with at least 2 other Scored or insect figures you control, add 1 to its attack value. Okay, so it's kind of... is that... I don't think we've seen anything exactly like that, but yeah, it's kind of like the Cutters, where you have to have at least, I think, 2, or maybe... I think the Cutters is 3, actually. 3 engaged, but anyway. You have to have multiple engaged before you get the bonus. But because you're activating 5 potential figures, 2 commons, and then 3 figures... That's pretty solid. I mean, and again, if you've got height, that's pretty good. Okay, yeah. No, I think that's solid. That's a solid design. I feel pretty good about that, honestly. I really do think that's pretty solid. Okay, now let's go to the Bug Soldiers. Oh, geez, man, we're not even touching it. Man, they released so much stuff. I'm going to be here for another hour. I mean, if you guys want to stick around and listen, by all means, you're welcome to. This is going to be... it's just so many units. Oh my gosh. How long have I been streaming? It's almost been 2 hours that I've been streaming. Oh my word. I'm going to be here another hour. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, this is better than RenegadeCon anyway. Who needs to watch the other stuff? They just told us. I actually am going to deep dive, yeah. Alright, Spitting Hive Soldier. Okay, soldiers. I love that these are all soldiers because that just makes it so fun with Marcus. Because in silly little, like, cross-synergy fun, like, you can do, like, weaker versions of these armies and throw in someone like Marcus just to buff their movement. Like, you don't have to... Or if you really wanted to, you could do, like, Legionnaires, Roman Legionnaires times 2 Marcus, and then, like, a bunch of insects. And how fun is that? Because you could have, like, Marcus bonding with Legionnaires, moving out, and then giving insects movement and adjacency bonuses. So, actually, this would be a really cool army to do, like, Legionnaires times 2 Marcus, and then the in the Squatter Infantry times, like, 2 or 3, and then, like, a couple of the common heroes. And Marcus buffs all of them, and you can get him into position by bonding with the Roman Legionnaires, and then you have the freaking insects getting the adjacency bonuses, too. Yeah, that's going to be fun. That's going to be really fun. Corrosive Bile, after Spitting Hive attacks a figure... Wait, after a Spitting Hive soldier attacks a figure or destructible object, that figure or destructible object reduces defense value by 1 until the next time any player reveals an order marker. Yeah, okay. That's actually really good. It's basically for the rest of the turn that you get to spend, so you start with this, attack it, reduce its value, and then go swarm it. It's stackable? Yeah. Yeah, it just says reduces its value by 1. There's no, huh. Yeah, there's nothing saying you can't. That's interesting. Well, okay. That's pretty interesting. You could just do a bunch of these things, especially with the range 4. So if you just did a bunch of Spitting Hive soldiers, you're not intending to kill anything with the attack of 2. But the range 4, basically, you're saying, I'm just going to use my 2 turns with the Hive Spitters to weaken stuff, and then the soldiers will come in and whack it. And then if you're engaged with any other Scorda or insects, they're getting extra attack dice, too. Dang. Yeah. 30 points. That's not bad. That's not bad. I like that. Alright, Spitters. Then the Assassin. Yeah, 7 move, range 1, attack 4, defense 3. Honestly, really solid stats. Like, disengage with 7 movement, 4 attack is just like, oh man, like, Assassin. That's really, really good. Like, it's going to get such good value, especially because if you try and snipe it before it gets to you, it's like, nah, bro, I got concealment. Concealment is what you see on the Mohican River Tribe in Brave Arrow. So, or actually as well as, what's her face? The, Aquila Kiri. Can't remember her name. But, yeah, you see that. Oh, gosh. My black chair, for whatever reason, is like, anyway, melting behind me, so I have to put a blanket so it doesn't, anyway. So you've got, yeah, I mean, honestly, pretty straightforward. There's not much to say here. I mean, you throw in Marcus with a bunch of these guys and Roman Legionnaires. You're going to have some silly fun because you're going to be able to... oh, Glenerva, thanks, Donald. You're going to be able to basically get to any key figure you want. Like, Marcus is going to make them 8 move. Yeah, the 1 life, it'll die, but it's gonna whack off a big hit. I like it. I like a lot of these common heroes, because they all feel draftable in, like, as fillers. They all feel like they can just kind of be drafted, like, to build out your army. Like, you're building your army, you're trying to come up with something cool, synergistic, good, and you got 30 points left, and you're like, man, I don't know what I'm supposed to throw in there. Instead of throwing in like Marku and Isamu every time, or in the event that it's a contemporary format and you can't throw in Marku and Isamu, you throw in one of these common heroes, and I think you're going to get some good value. You know, even if it doesn't have synergy with whatever the rest of your army is. 6124. Yeah, this one was silly. A Coward's Reward's kind of funny. You know, nothing about a Coward's Reward indicates that it has to be, you know, like knightly or honorary, right? It was the only ability on knights. So you kind of, for me, I kind of just assumed it was, you know, like a righteous, you know, knightly ability, like, you coward, you know. But, you know, it's a generic ability. It's just a Coward's Reward. Like, the person is running away, and so you're whacking at them. And so I think that's pretty cool because it incentivizes non-disengage, which then plays into acid sacks, which is just gross. Like, this miniature is so nasty. Like, if you've ever seen a bug with like a sack on it, like a spider or like a fly, it is disgusting. Like, oh, it is so nasty when they have like their larvae and their eggs and stuff, and it's just a sack sitting on it. So like, this miniature is gross. And the fact that you like can't run away from it because of Coward's Reward is like, oh man, because this thing is just like, it's got 4 defense, which is solid, but only 1 life. So I mean, you kind of have to shoot the thing before it gets to you. You know, 6 movement though is pretty solid. It's probably going to get to you. You know, you receive enough wounds to be destroyed, well, by a normal attack or leaving engagement attack. So I mean, like, a special attack bypasses the ability, but still, each adjacent figure that is not a squirter, right? So it does protect your own units if you're doing a bug army. If you roll a 9 or higher, the figure receives 1 wound. Like, that's pretty good for auto wounds. Like, that's really, really quite good. 9 or higher to just insta wound stuff. Yeah, that's and like the butt's like all glowy. Like, that's like a translucent glow. Like, the miniature's pretty cool. I saw it in person. Oh man, yeah. Man, these are some really cool designs. Like, it's hard to react to the designs live initially because it's kind of hard to see. Like, they don't cover it. They don't read it all the way through. They kind of give a washed out version of what they do, and then we only get a split second to kind of look at them. Reading back through them, though, I'm just like, dang. Okay, so we got Thormun's, Nuclevi, Kraken, and then the Revenants. And then we'll finally be done with the first section. Alright. Nuclevi, Scourge, Terrifying, Demon. Oh, that's fun for VC people. Hey! That's actually super fun for VC people. We've got a demon. How fun is that? That's cool. There's Acolytes of Vorganund have synergy with demons in VC world, so that's pretty fun. Okay, so you've got Revenant, Nuclevi, okay, stat block. Yeah, the stat block for 50 points is just gross. Like, that's super good. It is a double-spaced figure, so he's going to be a little bit harder to maneuver, but 7 movements, really good. 3 life, 4 defense is solid, right? 4 defense holds up pretty well, and 3 life is good. So, again, for 50 points, I feel like you're going to fill your points just based off of the stat block, because that means 7 movement you should be able to get, like, for 50 points, you should be able to get 1 kill off, right? 7 movement, you can get yourself into an initial attack, survive an attack, and then get 1 more. So usually you can get 1 or 2 kills before you die, type of thing. That's where I'm kind of evaluating that. Is like, but then you add in the abilities, right? Subsume Soul. The first time Nuclevi destroys a figure each turn, you remove a wound marker from that Nuclevi. Subsume cannot be used on a okay, sure. Yeah, okay. So he's ingesting your soul, and the reason it says that because you're like, why does it say first time he destroys a figure? It's just because you can destroy a figure with Withering Breath, which is a special attack, and you can target multiple figures, therefore, you can only heal wounds on the first time, which makes sense. And that's awesome, because then he lasts even longer. You get only 1 or 2 wounds, you're like, oh, he's almost dead. And how about he heals? Range special, attack 2+. Oh yeah, this one's cool. So, choose 3 spaces in a straight line from this Knuckleby. All figures on those spaces who are in line of sight are affected. Roll 1 additional die for each wound on the attacking Knuckleby. Roll attack dice once for all affected figures. Affected figures roll defense dice separately. What's awesome about this is, imagine the scenario where you're like, oh, he's got 2 wounds. Yes, let's go. His attack, gross. That special attack is now an attack of 4. Special attacks of 4 are always good. Always really, really good. That's your money makers. Special attacks of 4 are your money makers. Special attacks of 3 are your kind of like, they're okay, they're fine, they'll do all right. Special attacks of 5, you're usually paying for like a glass cannon type unit, and they're usually not worth their points because the risk reward is very swingy. Special attacks of 4 are highly consistent. So this guy's got 2 wounds on him. You're like, boom, special attack of 4, rolling dice, in a straight line, 3 in a straight line. You roll first for all effective figures. So you roll the 4 dice, boom. Say you get 3, 4 skulls, whatever it is. You still get that roll for all 3 figures. And you can still heal on killing the first figure. So that first figure that dies, whoever it is, boom. Remove them, you heal. Now, well, your next turn, sure, you're not going to be able to use your special, but your opponent gets another turn before that. Say, you heal that wound, boom, so technically your special attack goes down, but not for that turn. Because remember, you roll first before a figure gets destroyed. So you get to roll the big attack of 4, you destroy a figure, you heal 1, your opponent takes a turn, tries to kill you really quick before you do anything else. He can't, but he does 1 wound, and boom, you're maxed out again. Then you get another attack of 4. So, like, you can see the scenario here where this is going to be a really good unit, right? Where it's going to be able to heal itself, or it's going to be able to use big special attacks, heal itself, and kind of stick around. Now, of course, it could blank and just die outright, right? But the 4 defense, the healing, it's gonna have a good, and it's bonding with the Revenant squad. So I mean, gosh, that's gonna be crazy. Oh man. Okay. Who do we want to see next? I guess because we just went here, we'll go to the Revenants of Revna. Is that Revenants of Revna? Is that really what they're called? Wow. Okay, literally just called Revenants of Revna. Huh, interesting. Okay, Undead, Common Squad, Revenant, Terrifying, okay. 6 move, 1 life. Okay, 6 move, 1 range, 2 attack, 3 defense. Yeah, Stealth Flying, 6 move for 70 points. That, again, that alone is really, really good. Think Phantom Knights. Phantom Knights are 70 points, 3-figure squad, 6 move Stealth Flying. Of course, they have 3 attack, 4 defense, and substantial, which is also really good, blah, blah, blah. But for 70 points, like, there's a lot of value in maneuverability, and the fact that you have 6 move Stealth Flying is super good. That means you can basically go anywhere on the map. You can reposition anywhere you want. Yeah, Slugscape, exactly. Yeah, it's a little bit on the nose. Yeah, I agree. It's a pretty silly name. Like, yeah. Anyway, so what I think about this squad is I think it's really good, and it's going to be really fun. Well, and in large part because I've always said that what's her face, Kilcarax, I think is, at the time I said she was like, I think B- or something. I'd have to double check my rankings. But I'm pretty sure she becomes like A- B+, dare I say, with this squad. I think an army of these plus, because think about it this way. Kilcarax is 90 points. And what's her face? Miserex is 50. Now Miserex has her, she can heal her own wounds. So when she gets wounded, she kills something, she heals. Miserex is 50 points. You can run her out, you can go attack stuff. She dies, she puts her healing ability on, guess who? Kilkarax. Now, Kilkarax, plus these things, I think is going to be mind-boggling. Because, again, Miserex, you run her out as a suicide mission. Miserex, go get yourself killed. For 50 points, you go get yourself killed. Miserex then goes on to Kilkarax. Kilkarax has you have to keep in mind, base stats, 5 life, 6 move, 4 attack, 3 defense. Super solid. Super, super solid. Oh, by the way, she teleports figures. So, you have to keep in mind, the effective range of her teleport is like 7 teleport spaces. Because you have to think about, if I'm here, and it's a range of 5, and I target a figure with 5, within 5 spaces, I can then teleport it to the space behind me, which means there's 5 between us, my space for Kilkarax, and then the space behind me. So an effective range movement of 7 teleportation. And so, I mean, it's going to be really, really good. Like, when Kilkarax came out, I said, she's trash now, but I said, if they add a squad that bonds with her, I don't even think I said bonding. I said, if they add a squad that even synergizes with her, or even bonds, I said, she's going to be really good. And I stand by that. I think she is going to be really good. Now, OP, I don't know. We'll wait to see, but I think she's going to be A-. B+ for sure, A- at best. Because movement of figures, especially teleportation of figures, is like so strong in Heroscape. So she can teleport heroes from on a 17 or higher, or she can teleport squad figures. I think it's like a 7 or 8 or something like that. I have to double check. Which is just like really freaking good. Exactly. So Donald, exactly what I was about to say. So you teleport stuff into the spot in the Revenant's gang tacklet. Exactly. That's exactly right. And because she teleports stuff in, and because Blood for Blood is wounding the hero, you can just heal her. Again, you have to kamikaze Miserex. So you kamikaze Miserex, you put it on Kilkarax. Kilkarax takes damage for Blood, but then you heal it back with Miserex on Kilkarax. And because you're teleporting in stuff 2 figures at a time, you're basically just gang killing everything all together. And it's an effective range attack, because you can just be like, I'm here with Kilkarax, teleport in, and if you fail the teleports, cool. You just say, I'll just wait. I'll sit here. Go ahead. And you just wait. And you just teleport. You don't need to go out. Just wait. I'll just wait till my teleports activate. Right? So, but let's read through these so we see the exact verbiage. Blood for Blood. After revealing an order marker on the Revenants of Revna. Oh my gosh, I hate that. Revenants of Revna. That does not. No. Naming is bad. After revealing an order marker on the Revenants of Revna, you may place a wound marker on a warrior, witch, or scourge hero you control who follows Revna. Okay, so that has synergy right now with the Nuclevi, obviously, Kilkarax, and Miserex. I don't think we've seen any witches yet, but that's cool because that has future design space, and that's awesome. I agree with you, Heroscape. I've been a long believer in Kilkarax too. Thus far, I've been using her to pull enemies into Nikita's engagement strike. Yeah, I like that. It'll be nice to have a more proper synergy here. Yeah. I agree with that. That's fun. Yeah, so... okay, so Hero, Witch, or Scourge Hero you control. If you do... Okay, so if you do, add 1 to the attack value of that hero, and all Revenants around you control until the next time you reveal an order marker. Wait. Okay, right. Okay. So after revealing an order marker, right, so you reveal the order marker first, you place the wound, then you add the attack value. Right, okay. So reveal the order marker, you place the wound. If you do, add the attack value of that hero and all Revenants of Revna you control until the next time you reveal. Okay, yeah. Okay, so, wow. So it's the hero and the squad. Oof. Oh, Kilkarax. Kilkarax with 5 attack. Oh, they're on height 6. Oh, man. Oh, that's really good. Oh, man, and then this goes to 3 attack, 4 from height. Oh, before taking a turn with the Revenants of Revna, you may take a turn with a warrior, witch, or scourge you control the false Revna. Wait. Oh! Oh my gosh, how did I miss that? It's literally just bonding. That's crazy. Okay. So, that's really good. So I can be like, you know what? Screw that. I don't want to wound my heroes. I'm just going to bond. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because say your heroes are kind of low on life and you're like, well, you know what? I want to heal them first. Like, maybe Killcrax has 4 wounds and you're like, I want to heal her, so I'm just going to teleport some stuff in and try and heal her. So blood for blood, it's just, it's increasing the attack value for the turn. Yeah, okay. Yeah, essentially you're just getting a really powerful turn for big attacks while still getting the bonding. I mean, I don't know that you had to have all that verbiage to get that across, honestly. You probably could have just said, I don't know. Like, it took me a second to realize what was being done there, because it's saying after revealing an order marker before taking a place a wound, and then you can take a turn, and then add +1 attack. I'm kind of like, well, you probably could have just said place a wound, before taking a turn. I'm not sure why you have to say after revealing an order marker, because occult bonding is before taking a turn with the Revenants of Revna. So the ability probably could have just been like, put a wound on a hero. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm sure Scytale has something to say about it, but yeah. Anyway, cool. Yeah, no, that's it's just you always get to bond, and then you decide whether or not you want to pump up your attack. Now, something I have to say. So, card art. Okay, sure. The card art makes them look more undead. Yeah, the green eyes, the tattered wings, the bones all over them, like, whatever. But but also no. Like, this doesn't look undead to me. The pale color of his skin does look more undead over here. Like, the fangs, that doesn't tell me they're undead. The gaunt look of this guy does look more undead, but the miniatures, this guy's got normal skin color. This guy's got normal skin. These are all the same skin color as when they died. I'm sorry, when something dies, the skin changes. I need to see part of them skeletal. I need to see rot. I need to see chunks gone. I mean, just putting a few chunks in the wings doesn't tell me they're undead. They look exactly like their versions of the alive versions. So I will be getting these repainted. For those of you who are painters out there who want who are good painters, mind you, who want to be promoted on the channel, feel free to contact me, because I'll be getting 5 or 6 squads of these things, and I will need them all repainted because I think it's ridiculous. They do not look at all like undead. Honestly, I think the right paint job for these to be undead is gonna be. It's not that difficult. I think really you want, like, for a squad, the squad needs to be cohesive. Like, if someone were to look at this, when I first saw the figures, I thought they were all common heroes. I was like, oh, it's 3 common heroes. That's cool, because like maybe they'll each bond or go with their Valkyrie general, squad or whatever. And then they're like, no, it's an undead common squad, and I'm like, what? And so it's like, I'm like, come on, this is not an undead common squad. What are you talking about? So anyway, they did not do a good job in terms of paint job and design, in my opinion. Renegade, for showing these are undead miniatures. They're not. They don't. You didn't like the bones. That doesn't do enough. Like, like the miniature. I mean, all it requires is the paint job, because what you do is you take the skin and you say, well, what's an undead look like? Just make it gaunt look. Make it look pale. Make it look like gray. I mean, it could literally just be gray, right? Like a light gray or a deep gray, and then all you really had to do on some of the miniature parts of it was just chunks of skin, right? And then maybe some of that is painted red or like a rotting black or something. But I mean, the miniatures all look intact other than the tattered wings. Yeah, this is a set I might buy unpainted to paint them more similarly and more dead. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. You make a very good point. In fact, I probably will do the same. And for all of you who agree with me, I would suggest the same. In fact, I would not be surprised if Renegade can't sell the painted version of this pack, because I I will. Actually, you're very right. I'm glad you said that, Donald. I don't know why I would buy the painted version of this just to have it repainted, because that is absurd. I do not like playing with, like, I know I won't like playing with this squad pre-painted like this. It's just not an undead squad to me. In fact, actually, what I'm going to do is I'll just use the same paint scheme as Micerex or Killcracks. Like, that's what they should have done. These are Kiri. Killcracks and Micerex are Kiri as well. Like, just take the paint job for the skin and like, because Micerex and Killcracks, like, I buy it. Like, they look undead. Like, they're undead enough. Like, they do okay. Like, I bought it. You know, use that same paint scheme, but make the skin pretty, like, dead gray and with, like, some maybe blood spots or blood or like, anyway. Just me. So, yeah, I'll probably be buying the unpainted version as well, Donald. Thanks. Appreciate you saying that, because I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't need to waste any money on a painted when I'm going to go ahead and repaint them anyway. Now, that means it'll come with Nucklevy. I actually do really like Nucklevy. I think Nucklevy looks really cool painted, but it's a pretty simple paint, right? I mean, it's literally one paint job, same color, and then you just do, like, the green in the mouth or whatever. So, not super difficult. So, for you painters out there who are good at what you do, I'll be coming to you for that squad, because I'm going to need some figures painted. Okay. So, yeah, people listening in, honestly, buy the unpainted version of that squad. It's not worth the extra, what, like $25 when the paint job doesn't even make sense. I would not be surprised at all if Renegade has a hard time selling the painted version of that. Kind of like how I brought up the issue with the Tikhala Jungle and screwed up their life for a bit with that. And people were like canceling their orders, and I'm like, oh, my bad, sorry, not sorry. It's kind of like this. I'm telling everybody to go buy the unpainted version when they're spending. Okay, I don't know why it didn't load. Now it's loaded. Okay. Kraken, teleportation Kraken, life 2, move 4, attack 3, defense 3, 100 points. Whoa! 100 points for a 5-figure unique squad. Yikes. Unfathomable, so we know it has synergy with, what's it called? The Gilry. So that makes sense. Warp Space has the same ability as the Krakenlings. Makes sense. Support, summon the Kraken. Okay, so this is the part that I wasn't understanding. So the Kraken does not start the game on the battlefield. After revealing a numbered order marker on a unique or unfathomable hero you control, so literally any unique hero. That's cool. You may place one figure from this squad that has not been destroyed on an empty space adjacent to that hero. Okay, makes sense. Easy enough. Command the Kraken once per round. Instead of taking a turn with a unique or unfathomable hero you control. Okay, once per round, instead of taking a turn with a unique or unfathomable hero you control, you may take a turn with the Kraken instead. Okay. Attribute the number or marker on a unique hero. Once per round, instead of taking a turn with the unique hero. Okay, so basically, you reveal the order marker on the hero, you summon it in, and if you want to, you can then immediately take a turn with it. Okay. Interesting. Once per round, instead of taking a turn, the unique or unfathomable hero you control, you may take a turn with the Kraken. Interesting. So that's actually not too bad. You can passively summon it in. You can passively summon it in. It'll take 5 turns to summon it all in. And then, when you're ready, boom. And take a turn and engage with it. And start blowing stuff up. Right, exactly. That's what I was exactly going for there, Donald. Note that the command in the Kraken doesn't have an order marker requirement. Exactly. That's what I was saying there, is... Oh. I see what you're saying. Okay. Once per round, instead of taking a turn with a unique or unfathomable hero. Oh, and an unfathomable hero doesn't have to be unique, because it's saying unique or unfathomable hero. Oh, Okay. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you can throw. What? Knights can bond with it once per round? You're right. Oh man, that's funny. Well, yes and no. I mean, you have to. The only way you can get it on the field though is by putting an order marker on frickin' like Gilbert, and you don't want to put it on Gilbert. That'd be dumb. So I mean, yeah, like I guess you're right, but yeah, because after revealing a numbered order marker on a unique or unfathomable hero. Oh, okay. I mean, well, no, yeah, no, I'm right. Yeah, because you'd have to reveal it on Gilbert to summon it in. Yeah, it's not worth it. I mean, you're right technically, but no, it's not worth it. That's crazy. So you've got the opportunity once per round instead of taking a turn to so you can basically draft this with a bunch of like one or two like a Krakenling or two and a bunch of Gilry, and then you get to take a turn with the unique squad instead of the hero. That's crazy. Yeah. That's pretty dope. Especially when you have all 5 of them on the battlefield. That's going to be nuts. If you can manage to keep them safe and just summon them in slowly throughout the game, and then you have a 5-man squad developed into the map, and then you get to essentially take a full 5-figure turn. Golly. Yeah, it's not a great combo with a lot of bonders, but it does fit well with hero-based armies like Thormun armies. Yeah, sure. No, I get that. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, when you're, G.I. Joe armies, Thormun armies, where you're doing unique heroes, multiple activations. In VC, it'll actually be pretty fun because you've got multiple hero activation type armies. So that's, and the miniatures are massive. Like, these miniatures are massive, so it's going to be fun. Austin, Airborne, Vord, Glide Strikers, Tug, Kraken. That's a 335-point army where you lose the game at the start of the game. Yeah, you literally don't have any figures on the battlefield. They're all off the field. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Add Iskra and Wretchets and you have a game, but only with one figure. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. You know what's crazy, though, is you would reveal the order marker on Iskra. You could summon in a Glide Striker, a Kraken piece. You could summon in Tuck, and you would start the game. You would start the game rolling for Airborne. You'd put an order marker on Iskra. You'd reveal it. You'd summon in Tuck, a Glide Striker, and a Kraken, and then you could move Iskra and then summon in the Wretchets. Oh my gosh! I have to do a video. I'm going to have to do a video of that. That is going to be hilarious. In fact, that would be an amazing, like, reverse the whip army or, like, a weaker PowerPoint army where it's just, like, my army's not on the battlefield. It's just, you have to summon it all in. Oh, my word. Oh, man, that's crazy. That's going to be pretty fun. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to do that. That's pretty fun. Okay, did we get through everything in Thormun's Thunder? Hey, we made it through Thormun's Thunder! Woohoo! I've been going for 2 hours and 15 minutes, and I've still got people watching. Hey, look at that! Here we are. Okay, so we've still got the G.I. Joes, Gathering Storm, and promo figures. Yeah, Austin Blood, I thought you don't do reverse the whip comeback time. Oh my gosh, no, I swore it off, Austin. Stop it. I swore it off publicly on my channel. I said, no more, I'm done with it. Oh, no, I really am. I mean, the concept, again, always intrigues me because the idea is you bring something silly, you bring something soft synergy, weak, and you try to force your opponent to play it and win with it, and you can learn it perfectly and play with it and win it. But yeah, I'm gonna have to not do reverse the whip anymore. No, don't worry. I'm still going. Don't you worry, Donald. No, there's more orcs and elites. Yeah, no, I'm still going here. So the G.I. Joe stuff, I'll do stuff. that I wasn't familiar with, because we already got these cards prior, or not all of them. We got some of these prior. So the 8-figure hero pack we got, I didn't see Destro, so I'm going to look at Destro. But the G.I. Joe stuff, we saw those cards early. I already did a review of their abilities early on one of my earlier videos when I was at Gen Con, I think, or my Gen Con review or whatever. All I'm going to say is Scarlet is insane. We will actually look at her again, because I do want to point that out. But Gathering Storm promos, and then I'll go over the G.I. Joes that I'm not familiar with. Okay, so Gathering Storm. Orcs and Leetsar and Thormun's Thunder must be page 2. No, I've got it here. Yeah, I'm right here. Yeah, Orcs and Elites. Yeah, we're good. So we'll go with the Orcs first. Let's see. Okay, Orcs. Guild Boss. Well, that's kind of fun. Guild Boss. That's a fun way to put it. Brutal Enforcers. Okay. Well, Orcs, so they're going to have the Orc synergy. They're not warriors, so they won't have Orc synergy warriors, but I think... Actually, I'm trying to think. I think they'll get synergy from Ornak, because they're Orcs, but I don't... Oh, and Narak. But I don't think they're going to have synergy from... no, they won't have synergy from Grimnak and Tornak. Yeah. Okay, so Guild Boss. Before taking a turn with Chain Gruts, you may first take a turn with a champion you control who is an Orc, or who follows Volorak. Okay, so... Okay, yeah. So, all the Volorak champions... Huh. Well, now we have a game. Ornak is warriors and Narak is orcs. Okay, yeah. I thought... I couldn't remember if Ornak was orcs or warriors or whatnot. Okay, that's good to know. So, really, it's just Narak. So, that's pretty cool. So they still bond, which, of course... I think has to be the case. So they still bond with all the Orc champions. So they still bond with Grimnak. They still bond with Tornak. They still bond with Ornak, which is awesome. They still bond with Narak, which is awesome. I love the cross synergy. Or not, it's not even cross synergy, it's direct synergy. But I love the synergy with Classicscape. It makes the game feel whole. It's awesome. I love it. So, you can bond with any of the Orc heroes. Vord champions finally get their time to shine. Oh, I know, because they're trash right now. Heck, I mean, what Nesbit is still going to be trash, but the fact that he can bond now is cool, right? Because, like, a range, you know, he's 140 points, so he's trash. But he's going to be, you know, playable now in some sense, which is fine. But yeah, Decker I think is going to be really good. I already think Decker is really, really good. I don't think I've done a review on his ranking yet, but Decker's up there in terms of a solid bonder. And then what's his face, the Stomper dude, I think is going to be really good. Just he's got a lot of opportunity in being a bonding hero to just do some solid damage. So 5 move, 1 range, 2 attack, 3 defense, 75 points for 4-man bonding squad. Not bad. I think that's a good price point just based off of stats and knowing that they can bond. Solid. Chain axes is freaking good. Like, with base 2 attack, again, if they're on height for 3, being able to reroll, I think, is always better than just 1 additional. I don't know the stats on that. I'm not a math guy, but if I have 3 attack, or I have 2 attack with a reroll, I think 2 attack with a reroll is always better. I think. I'm pretty sure, in general, re-rolling of dice is a better percentage of damage, or a better percentage of rolling a skull than just having more dice. Someone correct me on that. If you know the math and know how to figure that out, please do, because I'd be curious to know. But that, I'm pretty sure, is correct. Because that feels really good. 2 attack dice, you roll 1 skull, and you're like, or say you two attack, and you're like, I only rolled 1 skull. It's like, great, re-roll 1, boom, now it's 2 attack. 2 out of 2 skulls is really good. Because the magic number for skulls is 2. If you can get 2 skulls, that's the magic number when you're attacking. You have a high percentage of doing damage, which is really good. Tuck, Decker, Kane, and all the other good bonding heroes. Yeah. Strong arm. Figures engaged with one or more chain gruts cannot make leaving engagement attacks against figures that are not chain gruts. But it can against chain gruts. Okay, so a chain grut can, if I disengage with a chain grut, I can still be attacked. But we're holding down the guys so that they can't engagement strike against them. Okay, cool. That makes it so that the bonding heroes like Grimnack can get out of a bad spot, or Decker, and yeah, I like that. 2 attack plus reroll is worse than 3 attack. Math is similar but capped at 2 skulls. Oh, okay. I mean, well, it's worse in potential. I was talking about maybe I guess my question should be the chance of rolling 2 skulls, I guess is what I should say. Yeah, rerolls feels more impactful, but they are functionally less powerful than plus ones. Yeah, well, so maybe I should correct my statement. I would say, what's the percentage chance, or what's of rolling 2 skulls? Because the overall potential for 3 attack is 3 skulls, and that's better, of course. But I'm wondering if you're just trying to achieve 2 skulls, what's the I don't know the math, but what's the chance of rolling 2 skulls and then re-rolling 1? I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's just outright better to have 3, but I'd be curious to know. Anyway, super good 4-man bonding squad, solid. Really gonna be good. 75 points, not bad for what you're getting, and it's so many bonding options already, which it's just, yeah, it's gonna be good. And the chance of rolling 2 plus skulls is the same between attack 2 plus reroll and attack 3. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Good to know. Yeah, so it's not. So okay, so I like that. So if I'm trying to get the magic number of 2 skulls during an attack, then my chances. Oh well, that's funny. The image has no sword. What the heck? The chances of me rolling 2 skulls is the same as having 3 attack with their ability. I like that. I think that's fine, because like with 3 attack, you're right. The potential to roll 3 skulls is of course better. But if I assume that my average or my goal or my target is trying to roll 2 skulls, then if it's the same chance, then it's functionally 3 attack, but just doesn't have this. But it's capped at 2. Yeah. Okay. First Assault 1, we've seen that before. Nothing crazy. Headbutt's basically a negative ability. Makes normal attack if there was an equal number of shields in the defense rolls as attacks and scar. The rest of the rider and the defender must each take 1 wound. Oh, wait, never mind. Never mind. Okay. Actually, I like that a lot. That's really cool. How did I miss that last part? Okay, so it's the defender. I thought it was that you would just take the damage if they rolled equal skulls. No. This is the Rhinosaur and the defending figure take damage. So I get to do damage on an equal amount, so if I roll more skulls than you, of course you take damage. But if you roll equal skulls, then you also take damage. I like that. That's cool. I mean, so for like your normal squad figure, boom, it's dead anyway. Oh man, that's awesome. Headbutt is not negative. It gets through tough defenses. Yeah, so that's clearly my initial thought. I missed that it didn't auto damage to the defending figure. When they first brought up the image, I didn't see that clause. But no, that's really good. I mean, yeah, because if you get, say for example, you have attack of 2 and you roll 2 skulls and you're like, yeah, 2 skulls, yeah. Say you're attacking a minion of Utkar. Minion of Utkar's got 6 defense and he's like, hey, rolls 2 shields. He's like, blocked, and you're like, headbutt, and boom, dead anyway. So yeah, no, I like that. That's really cool. 7 movement for a 2 space figure, super solid. 4 defense, 3 life for 35 points. That feels pretty good. Not gonna lie. So I mean, because it's a champion, they're gonna be bonding with this guy. So yeah, you're gonna have some bonding options. That's gonna be pretty sweet. Pretty solid there. In fact, actually, he gets to bond with Heavy Gruts and Blade Gruts. He's an orc champ. He's an orc champion. Yeah, he's going to make the classics feel really good, too. Okay. Alright, these elites. Okay, their card art looks dope. This looks, and unfortunately it looks better than the minis. It's so funny. Sometimes the minis look way better, sometimes the card art looks way better. It's just like, come on. It's like, can we get a little consistency, please? Yeah, no, this card art looks sweet. These look like some BA chicks. Dang. Look at that. They're super muscled. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. Yeah, they look sweet. Yeah, the minis didn't translate as well from the card art. Like this little moon thing on her head here. It like, I think it's here or here. It just looks like part of that, like a tulip on their hair or something. I don't know. It's kind of in person. The minis, the buns, a bit weird. Like, functionally it makes sense. If you're fighting and you have long hair, you don't want your hair getting in the way. So you want long hair wrapped up, but like, it just looks weird. Like a warrior with a bun. I don't know. I just don't see warrior chicks with buns, I feel like, in fantasy. I feel like in fantasy there's better ways to control your hair. Either let the long hair fall out, or not fall out, like be down and look wavy and cool and whatever, and not functionally make sense, but still look cool, or do something else, like, I don't know, braids. Like, you can do some really cool, like, battle braids, like, kind of like the Viking battle braids, where it's, like, long, but, like, it's braided on the side and the top, and it comes down so that it's, like, functionally out of your face, but still looks super dope. Like, there's a lot of really cool, like, Viking braids, like, women can do, like, those tri braids or whatnot, like the Viking show and stuff. I mean, you see so many examples of that. It just looks so cool. And that would make so much sense for freaking Kiri, women warrior squad to have that. But I'm like, a bun? It doesn't speak elite warrior to me. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. You know, buns, I don't know. Just doesn't do it for me. This chick, though, that short-haired chick, she's dope. Like, let's go. Alright. Okay, so let's look at their abilities. Enough. 4 move, slow. That's right. 2 life. They're 2 life squad, 3 attack, 3 defense, 105. Warriors. Okay. Blade dance, unique warrior control roll 1 additional die when attacking a figure engaged with 1 or more of your elites. That's really good. That's gonna make freaking what's her face? Not Ziamara. Oh, Mielke. Yeah, thanks, Donald. Mielke, gosh, her base attack is already 4 and she gets double attack, and then boom, you're smacking 5. Ooh, it's gonna be really good. Ular's Pact, if an elite or of Ular receives a wound from a normal attack by an enemy figure. Okay, attack by an enemy figure. After that attack, you may move 1 unengaged Kiri. You control who follows Ular up to 4 spaces, even if all of your Ulars are destroyed. Okay, so yeah, I'm not liking that. Yeah, with only my favorite thing is of the wave, they are surprisingly good without relying on the crutch of bonding. I mean, I'm gonna have to trust you on that, Donald. I'm not sure how I would play these. I mean, I guess you're always gonna bring up Ziamara to be in the aura. I mean, it's consistently moving more up, Donald, but it's only 1, and it's after one of your figures dies. Oh, well, no, not dies. I guess it's wounds. It takes a wound. So, it's got 2... They've got 2 life. So they could take a wound. Now, see, here's the thing, though. Ziamara saves the wound. So if they take a wound, but Ziamara saves it, then you don't get to develop anything. So then you have a choice between trying to save it or taking the wound and developing a unit. That feels bad. I don't think you can save the wound with Ziamara and still get to develop it, because then you wouldn't have taken the wound, right? They survive almost any attack while bringing up another figure. She saves the wound, though, so then they don't take the wound. And they have to take the wound to be able to develop a figure, but they... When a cure you control who follows Ular with 6 spaces of 0 on the cure or receives one or more wounds, you may roll the 20-sided die. Right, 8 through 16, ignore all wounds they just received. Roll 17 or higher, ignore all wounds. Or 8 through 16, ignore all but one wound just received. If you roll 17 or higher, ignore all wounds just received. Yeah, so they received the wound. You're gonna have to help me on this one, Donald, for the timing, because they received the wound. You develop a unit, then you roll for Xiomara to save the wound? Is that how that works? Unique Ular Kiri you control. Roll one additional die when attacking a figure engaged. Oh, sorry, I'm reading the wrong thing. Receives a wound. After that attack. So I guess it... yeah, it's a timing thing. So... they receive the wound. After the attack is done, you develop a unit. But then you can save the wound with Xiomara, I think is the timing. Right? Donald, most of the time, damage is reduced to 1. The elite survives, moves something up, then Mielke heals that elite. Oh! Right. Xiomara reduces the wound to 1. And that counts as taking a wound, which triggers Ular's Pact. Well, okay, so... Oh, reduces the wound to 1. Sure. But if they roll a 17 or higher, then it doesn't trigger it, right? I guess that's my point. So okay, so I see what you're saying. So Xiomara reduces the wounds to 1. So they still take a wound, so they still develop. Okay, I got that. But I'm talking about, okay, so when they're rolling a 17 or higher, and it says removes all wounds, right? It says 17 or higher, ignore all wounds just received. So then you wouldn't be able to move a figure if you roll a 17 or higher, right? And yeah, Slugscape, order marker placement is going to be hell with this army. Yeah, well, see, that's my thought. Is I'm like, okay, if I want to heal the elites, I have to go to Mielke. But I have to have developed Mielke enough by damaging the elites, and then they have to be in the aura. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a very good army. I think it is going to be an interesting army, because I feel like a brute force army is just going to be able to smash them and just be like, yeah, I don't really care because you're still going to take a wound. Like, you have to roll a 17 or higher to really actually keep them alive. At first, at least, once developed, you can hopefully focus on Mielke. I mean, yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting thing. I think it's going to be tricky to figure out the right way to play. You're going to have to split order markers. Mielke is going to be the key damage outputter person thing, whatever. These guys can do damage because of the additional dice they're giving, or 3 attack they're doing. But 4 move is just rough. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of iffy on it. I'll have to play it and kind of see what I think, but initially I'm just kind of like, not sure. They are good, but an army that relies on a small number of costly figures will have weaknesses. Yeah, that's true. Fair point. Because they are costly, yeah. 105 for a squad. Okay, Rannoch Vipers. yeah, I actually really like these guys. 50 points, I think these are solid. 7 move, 6 range. There is no reason, no reason to, not good but fun and pretty on brand for Austin. Not good but pretty fun, or not good but fun is pretty on brand for Ular. Yeah, that's funny. 3 elites plus uniques are $4.95. Oh no, really? Oh, sour cream. Ugh, ugh. Just like every other Ular Kiri army, we're never gonna get a Kiri army, except to the undead Kiri. We're never gonna get a Kiri army that you can field more than 3 squads of. These Vipers are freaking gas. Yeah. So these guys, I think these guys are gonna be subtly one of the best range. Okay, so not one of the best range units because defense is 0, right? But like, Shock Squad is for real. Like, being attack of 2, I'm glad because they would have been broken with 3. But like, evasive 2 is good because it makes them, have a chance against range. You never want them to engage. Now, if you happen to do it, Hypnosis is kind of a fun little way to mess with people and be like, there goes your defense. Because its defender reduces defense by 1 for each skull in the attacking Viper's roll. That can be pretty potent. So, I mean, there's definitely something to be said about throwing them, when you're kind of got the last few figures, maybe just throw them into engagements, try and do as much damage as possible before they die. 50 points for 3 figures, really good value, but just the 7 move 6 range is really, really good. You're always going to have height, so 3 attacks of 3. The mobile range on these guys is really strong. Again, if you don't have range and you just have melee, they're going to kite the crap out of you. Like, they're going to kite the crap out of you. Hypnosis is incredibly powerful melee ability. It is also not. Possibly. It is, but it isn't. Like, it is, because, like, you roll 3 skulls, you're auto-killing whatever you're attacking anyway. You roll 1 skull, it's kind of like, You're rolling 2 skulls, you're probably going to kill something too. So, yes. The reason why I would say it's not powerful is because you're basically just trading units at that point. Like, whatever you're attacking in adjacency, it will probably die, or at least take some damage, but then you're losing your units as well. Like, it's basically a wash. So, if you're trying to come back in a game, that's not likely going to happen. Unless it's like an end game where you're just like, hey, I've got 2 Raynok Vipers and they've got like 2 figures left. Actually, it's probably still just better to kite, honestly. Because, like, if you blank, then nothing happens, right? You're rolling 1 skull, maybe they block it anyway. So, it's like, adjacency is interesting. Because their attack is so low, like, you probably have to be taking height. And maybe you do it with, like, 1 figure. So maybe you throw in, like, 1 figure just to, like, mess with whatever unit you're attacking. Maybe it's a hero and you just want some easy wounds or an assassination on a key squad figure that's blocking the spot, whatever the case is. But, like, I don't think you ever want to, like, go rushing into adjacencies. It's more of, like, hey, if you happen to get the opportunity to get a cool play, like, go for it, right? But other than that, you want to kite with these guys. 7 move, 6 range is crazy threat range. And so, yeah, you open up, go shoot a bunch of shots, pull back, shoot, and then trade off into whatever else you got in your army. I mean, having like 2 squads of these, like 100 points for 2 squads of these guys, I think is going to be a really good range component just to throw in any army. Like 6 figures for 100 points that have 7 move, 6 range, and sure, they're going to die, but they're going to take some stuff with them. Not bad. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Sour Cream. It's an ability you don't want to have to use. That's a good point. It's like, your stuff is going to die. You're just going to be trading out units, but, like, it's cool. So, if it's like a few figures left in the game, I think it gets better, because then you can be like, hey, if I kill this figure, there's no... and they don't have range, for example. Say you've got 3 figures left, you can, like, gang up on 1 figure and then pound it, and then maybe that removes an order marker or something. Like, sure. Like, there's definitely times when maybe it's worth the play, but I think for the most part you just want to keep kiting with those guys. Okay, so Gathering Storm is done. Thormun's Thunder is done. We've been going for almost 3 hours. Oh, God. Man, so much content. Holy crap. G.I. Joe. We're going to try and speed through these. Maybe. Destro. I did not see Destro. The other ones, again, you're going to have to go and check out. if you haven't already seen them. We already saw a bunch of the heroes, so I'm not going to go back through them. 55642, decent stat block for 120. Gunrunner. At the start of the game, you may place up to 2 different tech glyphs power side up onto the army cards of up to 2 different unique heroes in your army. Nice. I like that. That's actually going to have a lot of utility in just a lot of cool different formats. That's what I really like about a lot of these G.I. Joe units, is they're going to have a lot of really cool synergy and fun design space across a lot of different formats. Just being able to place glyphs on other heroes is cool. And in any hero, right? Just any other army card of a unique hero. Steel Mask. Destro adds 1 automatic shield to his defense rolls against attacks from not... Okay, not bad. So against range, he's got an automatic shield. Love it. Personal Arsenal. Once per turn, after making a normal attack, Destro may reduce his attack value by 2 and make an additional... Oh, okay. Nice. So he can shoot from range twice, essentially. Essentially, it's just a double attack. Right? Once per turn. Right, okay. Yeah, so yeah, essentially it's double attack, just a weaker version of it. They revealed all the tech glyphs a while ago. Really? Did they? I think Destro has the contemporary Kaminow. Hey, that's a good way to put it. Yeah. Yeah, sour cream. Maybe they did and I missed it. Or maybe I did see it. I can't remember. The tech glyphs, yeah. This stream's going already a little bit long, so I'm not going to bother going and finding all the tech glyphs and reviewing them. But, yeah, I'll believe you on that one. Oh, wait, G.I. Joe. Okay, Scarlet. All I'm going to say is, again, I had already reviewed her. All I'm going to say is she's broken. She's OP! For, where's Darkleaf when you need him? She's OP, Darkleaf. Darkleaf, she's OP. She's really good. She's really good. No, like, seriously, like, Scarlet's busted. Like, you're getting 70 points, or 80 points. 80 points for a unit that can know your order markers, and then make plans to change your own order markers. Oh, and then, by the way, how about for every revealed order marker, you reduce attacks? So, like, and then she has a double attack, essentially. So she, even base attack at 3, she's just blowing stuff up. Like, just demolishing stuff that's taking turns. So whatever you have, whatever you're taking turns with, she's destroying it. Oh, and by the way, the information of order markers is kind of a big deal in Heroscape. So if that's happening, guess what? You can't hide anything. like she will be drafted. I think she will be A tier in so many formats. I mean that honestly. Like, for 80 points, she's the offensive Raylan version. She's like a Rygarn. Think of her like Rygarn in VC. She will mop up so many units in endgame, and even in early and mid game, like, just the ability with the order marker ability to see order markers is huge. Like, in any type of weaker formats, like Reverse the Whip, pod drafts, any type of draft formats, or pod drafts, or hero based armies, uniques only type armies. She's going to be super, super good, because you get to see order markers, and that information alone is, like, so valuable in Heroscape. Like, she's good. She's A tier. Faux show, or as Darkleaf would like me to say, she's OP. All right. Baroness, Cruel Operative, 56743, solid stat block for 120. Man, the 120 heroes are living life, man. 6 moves, 7 range with a base attack of 4. That alone is good. Disengage is great, so you engage her and she's like, I'm out of here. 5 life, 3 defense, a little cushy, but not too bad. False Orders. At the end of her turn, you may choose an enemy figure within 6 clear sight spaces. If you're roll 16 or higher, you may look at the order marker, another order marker thing. You may look at an order marker on that figure's army card, and you may then move that order marker to an army card of another player's figures. Oh man, yeah, love it. Hey, what's your order marker? And now it's over here. Jeez. Man, they love... The Renegade has been doing a lot of order marker shenanigans with a lot of these units like the Raxus Dragoon and the GIs, man. You got to give heroes a chance, right? Intelligence Chief, the first time each round you reveal a numbered order marker on this army card. Instead of taking a turn with Baroness, you may take a turn with up to 2 different Cobra or Agent heroes you control. Baroness can be one of those heroes. That's really good. That's really good. 2 full turns, hero turns. That's awesome. Now it has to be Cobra or Agent heroes. I'm not sure 100% on the Agent heroes. That's probably the common heroes. But, yeah, that's cool. I like that. I like that. Multi-activation hero armies are important. Crimson Twins. Oh yeah, the shared life pool, guys. This is crazy. Like, this is nuts. A unique squad with 6 life, but it's like, once they're dead, they're both dead. Like, so it's just a... I don't know what it is. It's like a unique squad, but a hero. It's crazy. Yeah, like that's bonkers. Like 6 move, 5 range to attack. Like solid stat block for 70 points, and 6 life. Like, because it's shared damage, it doesn't really matter, right? Like it's, yeah, like that's. Think of it like a hero with crazy threat range, because you can have them on 2 separate parts of the map. Just think of like a hero that can do damage, has double attack, and can do damage anywhere across the map. Start the game. You choose a unique hero in your army for this game. That figure's affiliation is Cobra. Oh, bankroll. That's crazy. Because then you throw that in with Baroness. Oh, man, that's going to be nuts. That's going to be nuts for hero armies. Like, just any hero format. Because you can throw this guy with Baroness, and Baroness lets you take a turn with 2 heroes. So you could do, like, Karos, if you wanted to, or, like, Nilfheim. You could do any unique hero you can think of, and you're like, he's Cobra now. And then Baroness is going to be able to activate him with her ability. Oh, man, that's crazy. I love that. Oh, man. I love that this is going to have so many, like, you can throw this into so much of the classic Heroscape. So cool. Okay, so that's, yeah, and then business operate. After a Crimson Twin attacks with a normal attack, you may move another unengaged Cobra figure you control up to. So, okay, great. So you're attacking stuff and then developing. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, that's super solid. That's super solid, not gonna lie. That's... Oh, man, that's cool. Oh, geez, we have so many more units. Oh, my gosh. I forgot how much is coming in the G.I. Joe pack. Raylan, Crimson Twins, Destro, Cobra, Troopers, times 3, 505, yeah. Man, she looks cool. She looks freaking cool. 56433. Okay, not bad. Pretty good stat block for 60 points. Master of Disguise is good. She's a soldier, so there's soldier synergy, so that's always fun. Motorized zipline. Oh yeah, the motor zipline. Starting with 3 zipline glyphs on the card. Before moving normally, you may place up to 1 zipline glyph on an empty space, then 1 clear side space with the lady. Yeah, that's just so cool. Like ziplining around the map, like literally teleporting between zipline glyphs. That's so cool. Like, that's gonna be crazy because your enemy can use them too. You know? Oh man. Yeah, I'm not gonna say too much here. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Master Disguise, we've seen that. For 60 points, her stat block's solid. Like, I think that's solid. And deploying glyphs, like zipline glyphs, like let's go. You know. The G.I. Joes, the G.I. Joe are consistently good. Yeah, like I'm really impressed with the designs. The designs feel Heroscape. They feel natural. They don't feel forced. And they feel good. They feel good, like hero good. Like the heroes feel good. Like they feel like heroes. And they play well. I've played against them. They feel like they can do damage. They can hang with some stuff. And I think that's important. I think that's good. That's awesome. That's good design. Yeah, these ones are crazy. Jinx and Kamakura. Unique ninja squad, life 2, 6 move, 4 range, attack 2, defense 4. So a 4 life pool essentially. Oh, the G.I. Joe art is consistently good. Okay. I was like, I guess they're consistent. Yeah, funny. Okay, yeah, no, the art's good too, yeah. Yeah, these ones are cool. Phantom Walk, so good for 6 move, 4 defense. After leaving an order marker on him before taking a turn of the squad, you may first take a turn of the ninja hero. Just great. Great. Awesome. Awesome hero, ninja synergy stuff going on there. I think that's going to be so fun for ninja armies. While attacking, roll 1 additional attack die for each other friendly ninja adjacent to the target. Super cool. You're going to get to have fun, silly ninja stuff going on here. Like, it all makes sense. It all fits well. Unique squad with multi-life. Sweet. Let's go. Let's go. Pretty happy about that, honestly. What am I missing? Oh, geez. Common squads and the copters. Cobra troopers. Now, these are all soldiers, so the soldier... Or no, they're not. I think the other ones are soldiers. These are troopers. 5, 6, 1, 2. Villainous bonding. Before taking a turn with Cobra troopers, you may first take a turn with a warlord or profiteer hero you control. Love it, because you can bond with Marcus. And any other warlord hero! It's so fun. Like, this is going to be awesome. Now, for 70 points, it's kind of a tall order. You're kind of just paying for bonding. 1 attack is pretty trash. But range is good, right? Range 6 lets you try and get some height, so attacks at 2, not bad. And then Cobra Troopers add 1 to their attack value for each adjacent unique Cobra figure you control. So, I mean, you know, if you're potting up with, you know, your Cobra heroes... Oh. That stacks. Ah! That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, yeah, actually, think of them... Actually, okay, I see what they're doing here. They're Aerogruts. Think Aerogruts. Aerogruts, when they first came out, were like, oh, they're trash. 1 attack, 1 defense. I was like, well, you haven't played them. You know, mobile range bonding is good. In fact, actually, this might be the only other squad that's range bonding. This is direct bonding. And they're a range squad. In classic Heroscape, Aerogruts are the only range squad that bonds. This is the other one. Because I don't think the other squad, common squad, bonds. And they get +1 attack for every adjacent Cobra hero. That stacks. That's pretty good. That's pretty solid. So now we have to check out the other common squad. The other common squad, what are we looking at here? I don't think they had bonding, though, did they? Yeah. Before taking a turn with green shirts, you may move up to 2 unengaged G.I. Joe or soldier heroes you control. Yeah, so it's kind of like... Oh, geez, and they're 85. The other guys were 70, weren't they? Ooh. The other guys get full bonding and stacked attack dice. And stacking attack dice. And they have 6 range. These guys only have 5 range. Oh, man, that's not very good. Huh. Interesting. So... Yeah, I don't... Sour cream. Oh, duh. Yeah, Raylan. So the troopers who... Or, no, not the troopers. The Cobra hero you were referring to, yeah, you can use what's his face to recruit. Yeah, you recruit Raylan 1.0 to be a Cobra, and she gives the troopers +1 defense, and then you can develop her with an order marker on the sniper on Madame or whatever her name was. Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, Raylan, actual 1.0 Raylan can become a Cobra. That's crazy. These guys, I don't see it. You get movement. You get G.I. Joe soldiers. heroes, so you get 2 heroes, 2 spaces, instead of a full turn with a Cobra hero. I don't know about that one. Yeah, troopers are just hands down better. 70 points, 6 range, 1 attack that can stack with adjacent Cobras, and they get full bonding. I don't know why these guys are 85. Nah. These guys are not 85. Oh, actually, I do remember. Base attack of 2, and what's-his-face gets soldiers within 2, actually plus 1 attack. That's right. Duke. Okay, so, okay, I can see it. Or not Duke. Is it Duke? I think it is Duke. The main guy, the main order marker hub for the soldiers, he gives plus 1 attack for all soldiers within 2 spaces. Yeah, so weight then fire stats. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, so it makes sense. Okay, I get it. Their price is being included with kind of like his ability there a little bit. And then the G.I. Joe copters. Let's see here. What do we got going on? Oh wait, oops. I clicked the common squad again. That's so annoying. I don't know why it doesn't go back to the page I was on. Maybe I should just... Can I open it? Oh, it won't even let me open a separate tab for that. That's so annoying. Can I open it? Oh, there we go. Okay, so it'll let me do this one. Alright, we're learning from our mistakes. Wait, why did it do that again? Oh, no! I think the links are the same. Yeah, so I'm going here. I'm opening the flight pod. Oh, they got the links wrong. No! No! Renegade, if you're watching, hope you figure that out. Your links are duplicated there. Okay, so it's just the troopers. So the Cobra flight pod, though, was like, whatever. It was like 4 move. It did like an explosion attack. It was kind of meh. Same with the copter. I wasn't terribly impressed. And they both have the battle ready ability, which makes sense. You know, you can develop them in a spot where you need them, which is fine. Excuse me. Being a defense 4 common hero is good. 35 points, decent. You know, 2 life, 5, 2, 4, like not bad. The strafe special attack, just being able to target up to 5 figures, I think is great. There's no reason I would ever use their normal attack. I don't think. I mean, I guess if I'm not in a straight line to another figure, but most of the time you kind of can be. So I really don't know why you would ever use a normal attack. Both have range 5, like the range 5 versus the line 5, it's still range 5, but you get an attack 3. And you can target multiple figures, possibly. So, again, you won't always be in a straight line from enemy heroes. I think Mimring, it is a little bit tougher to set up, but it's not horrible. Like, it's doable. Especially with 5 move flying, like, you should be able to pull it off, so. Battle ready makes them quite good. They're a lurking threat that the opponent always has to keep in mind. See, yes and no. I just don't think they're that good. I mean, battle ready, I agree with you. It develops them up and they can be ready. But for a 4-man squad, like if I'm going to be using the common heroes, the common squad, if I'm going to be using the common squad, like 4 attacks of, what, like 2 or 3, based off of how I've set up my army, if I'm on hide or getting the buffs, like, that's just better. So, like, I agree in theory, like, you're setting up an attack, but when my normal attack is 2 and my special attack's only 3, what am I looking at here? I'm not looking at very much, right? I'm looking at, you know, maybe targeting 2 or 3 figures. If my opponent's an idiot, they'll line up 5 figures for me. So, like, I think you're always just going to have better attacks with your common heroes, or like double bonding with the unique heroes. If you're doing the team, the common, like these common heroes just don't feel useful to me. These guys are straight fillers. They're good fillers, but just fillers. Yeah, yeah, they don't feel like a strong component of the army. I agree with that. Like they feel like you can throw them in thematically, but I feel like they're not going to be doing much. And unfortunately, we can't look at the card for this guy because the link's broken, so, or duplicated. So, unless maybe they switched the links. Let's check the other one. No, they literally just duplicated it. But like I said, the other one's like an explosion attack. It's not much different. Okay. Now for promos. We've got just the 3. Nice. We're almost done after 3 hours. Oh, man. Savaris. Sour Cream, I think the Cobra one is better. The Common Squad? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think the synergy with Duke actually makes a lot of sense. But the 85 point price point is pretty tough. Straight bonding is just better, though. So that's why I would probably agree with you, is the Troopers, the Cobra Troopers, have straight bonding, which I think is just going to be better. Okay, so Savar. Oh, man, that art looks dope. Okay, that looks really cool. Yeah, he looks dope. Wow, well done. Well done. That looks really good. Volley unto himself. Okay, 4, 5, 9, 4, 2 for 10 points more than the original. Solid stat block. After moving before attacking, you may reduce Varus range value to 6 to make up to 2 normal attacks. Up to 2 normal attacks this turn. Oh. Oh, okay. Or you may reduce it to 3 to make up to 3 normal attacks. So that's why his art shows the 3 arrows. Okay. This is insane. He's so good. For 110 points, this is really good. I really, really like this. Base attack of 4. Base attack of 4. This is like Q10 level of, like, good. Except that, like, the attack damage output is still really, really insane. I can sit back all day long and be like, hey, come at me, bro. Hey, 9 range. Guess what? My attack's 4 now. Not, and I'm only 10 points more than the original. And then I'm on height. Boom, my attack is 5. Oh, guess what? You get a little bit closer? I don't mind. I'm going to just fill my points. I'm going to be 6 range away and get 2 attacks of 5 because I'm still on height. Boom, bop, bop, gone. And then, oh, you got closer? You know what? I don't even care. I'm just going to go ahead and take 3 attacks of 5. Because I'm on height. It's like, what? Even if you're not on height, 3 attacks of 4 is nuts. That's like, holy crap. It's like, again, he can get mopped. 4 life, 2 defense, can get mopped in 2 seconds. Absolutely. Completely. Generally, with range, you want to keep your distance and ping shot. So, I mean, for the most part, I think you're still going to have a ton of value doing that. 9 range, 4 attack is no joke. So, I mean, taking ping shots from 9 away with 4 attack is going to be amazing. So, kite all you want. But as soon as you're kind of like, you know what, I've done enough damage, or as soon as they corner you, as soon as they get to a spot where you're like, you know what, they got me, they're close enough, now I'm just going to take my defensive spot, take a height spot somewhere on a single hex somewhere, or back somewhere, and say, okay, you know what, I can't kite anymore, here I am, boom. Now you're just throwing dice. Yeah, this Savaris is super good. Yeah, no, he... Like, the other Savaris, double attack of 9, base attack of 3, like, it's good. And from height, 2 attacks of 4 for 9, it's good. Absolutely. 100 points. He holds his place. But those attacks of 3 sometimes just don't land, right? Especially when you're trying to kite. Or when you're trying to get early damage. And you don't want to take height because you don't want your opponent to engage you. You want to keep back, start zone or whatever. It's just sometimes tough. Those 3 dice sometimes just whiff. 4 dice, you're going to be doing damage. So for 10 extra points, I like it. I like it a lot. Like, you basically just kite with 4 dice for a while until you're like, all right, you caught me. You've cornered me. You've gotten me in a spot that I can't avoid you anymore. Now I take my defensive spot and I just bop you for a bunch of dice. I love it. I love it. And Savaris is one of my favorite characters. So I think we've got on our hands a super, super solid unit. For 110 points, let's go. Let's go. Man, we're living the life on the 110, 120 point hero units. I mean, the hero armies are going to be bonkers. I mean, think about... think about Savaris as like a Cobra Commander. Think think about him as those twins. They bankroll him into a Cobra, and then he bonds with the Cobra Common Squad. Oh, that's so dirty. 110-point hero lancing stuff from 9 spaces away. And then as your opponent gets closer, the Cobra troopers get the buff. They just stay next to Savaris. They protect Savaris. Oh my gosh, this is dirty. This is going to be crazy good. You have the troopers adjacent to Savaris, defending Savaris and just holding the line. They're getting the extra attack dice for being next to Savaris. If he's on height, they get another extra attack dice. And they're bonding with him, so he's like, boom, attack of, one attack from 9 spaces while they're trying to, come in. As they come closer, then it's another attack of 9, and then 4 attacks of like 2 or 3. Yeah, this Savaris is and doesn't bond with the Common Squad. Well, okay, troopers. Oh, Donald, no, stop it. Don't get me excited. Oh, dang it. You're right. Okay, fine. They only bond with the warlords and profiteers. Fine. All right. Okay, but they can still turn him into a Cobra, and then you can use the what's her face, the Madame Sniper, and she can activate him as a Cobra hero. So I mean, okay, fair. You're not getting the full bonding shenanigans, but you do get to do that kind of double hero turn because he becomes a Cobra hero. So, all right, fine. Ruined my party. I was like going down a rabbit hole, like, oh, let's go. Oh man, but still, you can do some silly things with making him Cobra. So yeah. Okay, so we still have Agent Carr and then Serpentor. Crippling glance. Oh, it's not even gaze. It's literally just a glance. Lame. Crippling glance. My gosh. He's got crippling gaze now. He's just glancing at you. Yeah. Jeez. It's still before moving, too. What the frick? Oh my gosh. It's literally just crippling glance. Before moving normally, you may choose a figure within 3 clear sight spaces of Agent Carr. It's just so much worse. If you roll a 15 or higher, remove 1 unrevealed order marker at random. So it has to be within 3 spaces. It's still before moving, and it's still a 15 or higher. Oh my gosh. You're doing me dirty. So what? So all that Agent Carr gets is an extra life point. He already had 6 move, or maybe it was 5 move. He already had 6 range. He already had 2 attack. He already had 4 defense. So by adding the dog, we don't add any additional movement. I think maybe his movement was 5. I can't remember, but we don't add. I don't think we added it though. We don't add any additional movement. No, I gotta be correct on this. What are we actually adding? Heroscape, Carr. Okay, so no, we do add 1 movement. Okay, that makes sense. So we add 1 life and 1 movement. Wow. By combining Dund and Carr, we got an extra life and an extra movement. So apparently, Dund is only good for 1 additional movement, and his 4 life that he has himself is only translates into 1 additional. Oh jeez. Okay, sorry. All my plugs just got unplugged. That was crazy. So we have 1 additional movement and 1 additional life point for adding Dund. Like that is bonkers to me. Like that's so silly. Like you could and you're increasing our points by 30. And you made crippling glance instead of crippling gaze just trash, utter trash. And he only has disengage instead of phantom walk, so he can't move through stuff anymore, which makes sense though because he's riding Dund now. Is very good in cleanup, high move, disengage, range, heavy hit, and occasional order marker removal. He's literally the same unit, but worse. No, I disagree, Donald. I'm sorry. Agent Carr 1.0, I would take over this. Because it's only one extra life point and one extra move. I have the same range. I have 6 range. I have the same attack dice in melee. And I actually have a little bit more maneuverability because I have Phantom Walk. This is a double-spaced figure, which is much harder to maneuver. And so I'm getting 1+1 movement, but I'm only getting... But it's a double-spaced figure, so it's harder to maneuver. And I don't get to Phantom Walk, so it's, again, hard to maneuver. I disagree. I think the original car is better. And the other piece, too, is the Crippling Glance is horrible. That's horrible. Crippling Gaze on Dund was already trash. And it wasn't... it was already hard enough to roll for it because it was, 15 or higher, and it removed all order markers, so it was a big deal. But it was before moving, and so it made it really, untouchable. You couldn't get it. You would never... it only came up occasionally. So now, it's the same thing. It's still before moving. It's still a 15 or higher, but now it's within 3, and you only get to remove 1 order marker. So it's what? What? So the combination didn't get us anything, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Though, you can disagree with me, but I'm if I'm going to spend 130 or 100 on versions of car, which one is more worth the price point? The 100 version of car. Because I'm basically getting the same thing. This version is 30 points more with a worse... Crippling Glance, it's... sure, okay, it might come up. But it will only come up in endgame. I'm never going to try for that in the mid-game or anything. Normal car just is yeah, no. I think this is a miss, for sure. This is a miss in my book. Car 2.0, miss. Sorry, I'm just gonna say it how I feel. I'm not saying 2.0 is better than 1.0. I'm saying 2.0 is very good and clear. Oh, okay, sure. Okay, that's fair. That's true. I was kind of assuming that that's what you're meaning. That's a fair point. So yeah, I mean, I can see it being good in cleanup on his own because he can remove order markers. He still has the opportunity to do that. So it's adding an additional ability. I get that. But yeah, I would say this is a miss. If the intention of Renegade was to make the second versions of these units better or more interesting or more impactful, I think this is a miss. I mean, you basically combined 2 units, but then didn't really make it any better, in my opinion. In my opinion. I don't think it's any better than just having Agent Carr. Which is unfortunate. So, that's me. I think that's a miss on Renegade's part. Okay. We're going on 3 hours and 15 minutes when we've got the last unit. So we're going to get through this and then I am logging off. But this has been good. Alright. Serpentor. Oh, Warlord. Let's go. Bonding with the Legionnaires, Roman Legionnaires. But he also gets to bond with the troopers, the Cobra troopers. Oh, man, his stat block. Let's go. 6 life, 6 move, 4 attack, 4 defense. Okay. Dang. Yes, and double attack already. He's going to be great with Roman Legionnaires. I mean, a frontline bonder with 6 life, 6 move, 4 attack, 4 defense, and double attack. Remove everything else on the card. Bonding with Roman Legionnaires is going to be freaking awesome for this guy. That's great. That's really, really good. I am happy with that. Cruelty for its own sake. Figures adjacent to Serpentor subtract 1 from their defense value. Okay! Even better! 4 attack, -1 defense for all adjacent figures. Oh my gosh. Oh, shoot. Sorry, guys. What happened to the... Oh, that's weird. Wait. Did you see... Car? Did it go away when Car went away? Sorry about that. My bad. What happened there? Okay, sorry. That was weird. Sorry about that. Okay. Should be able to see the card now. So, Serpentor, yeah, so great stat block. You know, he's got super solid. So, and I mean, you're rolling -1 defense, just because adjacent figures, great, awesome, right? Like, when I kicked something, oh, okay, oh, yeah, okay, gotcha. But I'm pretty sure he was there. Okay, cool, thanks. Yeah, so we're good now. But yeah, I'll do it myself. Once per round before you reveal a numbered order marker on an army card in your army, you may move that order marker to Serpentor and reveal it. Oh, once per round before you reveal a numbered order marker on an army card in your army. Wow, I like that. Dang. Again, that's like freaking Rygarn things, shenanigans. Being able to move order markers around and turns around is big if he's in a good spot and he's got double attacks. Say he's got height, 2 attacks of 5. When you have -1 defense, he can just mop stuff. Whew. Man, that is solid. Oh, okay, sour cream, nice, good point. It's all figures though, and your guys subtract 2. Yeah, figures adjacent to Serpentor subtract 1. Okay, fair point. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you know. Okay, yeah, that sucks. But I mean, you gotta figure that out, right? Positioning, you gotta be mindful of positioning. So he does kind of have to be off on his own, right? Doing stuff on his own, killing stuff on his own. He doesn't really get to. It's not a good idea to pod up around him, which is kind of funny because he's a Cobra hero, so he actually gives the attack buff to the troopers, but then he removes their defense. So that's going to be kind of interesting, actually, how people end up figuring out how to play that. So, okay, well, man, 3 hours and 20 minutes I've been streaming, and that is a long time. I mean, it took a long time to get through this. I can't believe so many of you have stuck around to listen to me jabberwock about all this stuff. There's a lot going on, a lot of, you know, Heroscape to be had. We've got, you know, RenegadeCon is continuing out throughout the rest of this day, so there's some interesting, you know, playthroughs and whatnot still going on. Oops, let me close out of this. So, I mean, yeah, there's still a lot going on in terms of RenegadeCon, but everything's been revealed or released up through this next May. So there's still a ton to be excited about. I mean, you can buy it all now, which is crazy. You can buy all the stuff up through next May, which is like the next 7 months of content, right? But what I love about that is, like, you know how much it's going to cost, so you can spend time saving up your money. Now, it sucks that they increased the common squads by so much. Like, legitimately, that kind of pisses me off. So Renegade, if you're watching this, because sometimes you do, but this is a 3-hour stream, so maybe you won't. I don't know, but we want 3 more hours. Yeah, okay. When this becomes my full-time job, then a deco, then we will. But yeah, not today. But yeah, so Renegade, I think, made a mistake. I think $70 for common packs now is atrocious. I think that is, it's obscene. Like, you're getting to the point where it's gonna make people want to buy like, I don't know, like so many of these armies are going to be buildable with 3 and 4 packs of commons. That's the name of Heroscape. The game of Heroscape is centered around commons. Now, there's lots of hero designs that are super strong, and they're building the heroes to be hero armies and hero-centric, and that's great, and I love it. But everyone loves a huge, massive army of commons running around the battlefield, destroying stuff, and hordes of orcs and whatnot, and undead. It's just difficult to stomach. That's $70 for a common pack. And some of the common heroes, like, you might just not run. So then you're like, man, I could go buy a common squad of heavy gruts. Well, I don't know what heavy gruts are going for anymore, but, like, I could go buy a classic common army pack a classic common army pack for almost the same price. Now, I don't think that's entirely true because I think at this point the original stuff is kind of insanely priced, but there's plenty of classic Heroscape where you can get still a lot of the classic old stuff for relatively cheap. Or when I say cheap, not breaking the bank. Depends on who you're buying it from, of course, but $70 for just an army pack of one squad of commons and a common hero, I'm just like, it just really, like, 55 already felt high, and then I was like, but that, reasonable, because the price per figure was, I was like, okay, you're getting like 4, 5, 6 figures in a lot of these, army packs, and you divide it by 55 divided by 5, 6. I'm like, okay, high, but whatever. You're premium painted, but then like some of the premium paints on some of these have been iffy, and then you're kind of like, wow, it's like, I don't know. At 70, it's like if you've like in the last year you've raised it by $15. I don't know what the percentage increase is on that. I'd have to do some quick math, but that's crazy. Now you already raised it $5 from 55 to 60, and you specifically told us the reason for that was tariffs. Now, I'm not huge into the whole political scene, but I'm pretty sure tariffs had come down from that point Because, like, at the point that they raised it to 60, I think was at the point when, like, tariffs were highest. And it was, like, a 200% tariff on China or whatever. But that's come down. Like, I'm pretty sure the U.S. has done a deal with China. And, again, I'm not getting political. I'm just getting realistic with the actual, like, economic policy. I don't know what the percentage is, but I believe it's... I believe there was a deal broken, and it's, like, I don't know, let's just say it's 30 or 20 or... Let's say it's 20 or 30%. Let's just say that. I don't know what it is. You'll have to do some research. But like it was like 200 or something like that when Trump was like, China, 200% tariffs. And that's when Renegade freaked out. So they raised it by $5. And I was like, okay, makes sense. It's a 21% increase from 55 to 70. Yeah, jeez. So I'm like, but again, I'm like, okay, so you raised it by $5 when tariffs were at 200%, but now we've got an economic deal where the tariffs are like down. Again, I don't know, but let's just say it's 30 or 40%. Why did you increase it by $10 more per common pack? Like, what the frick? Like, golly. Like, for crying out loud, what is that? Like, and they didn't even send an email or anything. Like, they didn't send any notification. They didn't say, hey, you know what, tariffs are still bad, or hey, we screwed up, and finances, like we didn't budget correctly for the tariffs, and now we have to make some of that back. This is only temporary. Like, that's the other thing, is I'd really love for them to be like, hey, this isn't long term. This is temporary. Like, we're gonna have to do this for, let's just say, the foreseeable future, a year or whatever. Let's just say they said that. Hey, this year we're gonna have to be a bit high. But it's temporary. We're going to try and get it back down to 55. Like, I would love some communication like that. Because that hasn't come out yet. And once your price is high, it's really hard to come back down unless, like, something changes. Now, again, from my perspective, I believe the economic policy between China and the U.S. changed, and the tariffs were brought down to, like, 30 or 40% or something like that. So if you raised it by $5, and you said that was because of the 200% tariffs, but then you increase it by $10 when the tariffs go down, I'm just like, what are you actually doing? And again, this has nothing to do with like the policy per se, in terms of economics. I'm just saying, like, Renegade, what's going on here? Like, communicate to us a little bit better, because from my perspective, man, $70 is just like, golly, come on. Like, what? That's insane. Like, that's like, okay, so like the freaking, like, what are they called? The orc pack. You're getting 5 figures. $14. $14 per figure. That's crazy town. That's absurdity town. God. Anyway, I've already been on for 3.5 hours, so I am gonna jump off of my my soapbox. You guys came to listen about Heroscape and not my soapbox on pricing, but that's my opinion, so take it with what you will. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Thank you guys for commenting. You all were pretty active. I'm glad the streaming fixed itself. The lag was real early on, but it went ahead and fixed itself. Darth Tankerus, thank you. Hot Cheese, Thank you. Yeah, we're going the Warhammer route. Seriously, it's becoming a problem. Like Renegade, you got to bring it down. At some point, you got to bring it down. And getting both mainline Scape and Joe coming out, it's a lot. Yeah, exactly. You're getting a ton of new Heroscape, but it's so high. The price is so high. Alright, being able to find the AOA Master Set places for 100 or less and 2 unpainted figure packs are basically the same price as hard to stomach. Yeah, seriously, exactly. It's just like, come on, you guys. Renegade, like, come on. Anyway. Alright, thank you guys for hopping on the stream. I'm going to head off. Yeah. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.